shit. And you can say that fake love, nigga, front of the sky.
Yeah, I don't know.
The THEOG, yeah, I rap it down. Still a whole lot of gang shit. All my niggas with me on this same shit. M.O.E. that never change. In too deep and never change shit. Yeah, whole lot of gang shit. And she gon' ride with me like a cyclist.
Hey, y'all got the camera on?
It's right here.
Oh, that's
I put this one right here because
that's on Facebook.
That's Facebook.
Cause we right there.
And this and right here.
Everywhere. YouTube, right?
That's YouTube, yes.
Oh, what's up? What's up?
It's already on?
I just turned everything. Everything's on there.
I'm out with the THC.
Oh, all right.
I'm gonna say I don't know where else. Nowhere close. What? You see my stage plugged up while I'm doing this, right? Because it will drain my battery.
I use my phone for everything. I'm like the stores on the ground.
What's up, going home from the store?
I mean, you guys can sit down in the chairs and whatnot, you know what I mean? You security? You security?
Security today.
You don't need security. I'm here. I'm here.
Everywhere I go, they surround me. Everywhere I go.
It's some whiffy in here.
I don't have it. I don't even use that. I got my daughter put in all shit. I don't know. Yeah. I'm trying to get me a mobile hotspot myself. That way I can have my own.
Think about it. Think about it. Yeah, I'm good.
Then he jumped out the window.
Yo, welcome to In the Spotlight. It's your girl Lisa, the Baltimore Paparazzi. It's Hard Body Radio. Yeah, we started late, but it's all good. We'll be here. I gotta leave no later than maybe 9:15, 9:30. I might be pushing. I gotta go out to Rundle Mills to go get my daughter. But yeah, my bad. I usually try to focus on one artist at a time because I think this is in the spotlight. So I try to be different than what other people do. You know, I know artists. I know like radio shows have they have artists on it. Be like they got a 2-hour show and they get like 6 artists in there. You know, you get 10 minutes and then you're gone. I don't like doing that. So Blizz had hit me up and wanted to interview. Sure, I forgot to write his name down on my calendar. So then Street was like, interview. I was like, sure. And then Blizz said, thank you for the interview. Can't wait. I was like, oh damn.
No, but it's already though.
Right.
I know it.
So it's not like it's not like y'all don't even. Right. I know. It's like, you know, and then you know how y'all got the special like flyer with the golden microphone.
With the sun like that beaming
So and just so you know, Blizz brought some Taylor Port in here. I've never drank it, so I'm drinking this.
Blizz brought some whiskey.
Go
ahead. Everybody trying to finish it, so you might as well.
I'm go ahead.
Put that right beside my cup right there.
You know what I'm doing.
Right. So I have Street Scott.
What's up?
TAGMG.
Squad, only.
And then I have Blizz. Blizzard.
You already know what it is.
Yeah. So quickly, Blizzard used to be. I used to live near Blizz. He was my neighbor. Right.
Yeah.
And actually, all 3 of us go back.
Facts.
Way back.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, so what am I going to talk to these guys about?
What are you talking about?
Well, yes, because Blizz has got stuff going on. You just dropped an awesome project.
Yeah.
I told Dro, I went and got a subscription to Google Play. Just so I could listen to it, okay? That's how fucking serious it was, all right? Because somebody had played your song, Best Friend.
My shit.
And I think he played it on purpose. You know.
Smart.
Right.
Smart. That's what he should have did.
Played it on purpose. And I was listening, I was like, I know that voice. And then I'm listening to the words, and I'm looking at him going, "You did this on purpose," because he was you know, he had his phone and he was changing the songs, so he's playing songs on purpose.
Yeah.
So then I went and got my Google Play subscription, and then
Shout out to you for doing that.
got the project. But then I actually got the CD now, along with my nifty picture.
Hey. You like the Avengers right there, don't you?
Yes. So, yeah, so I'm just excited because Blizz, like I said, Blizz hit me up and Blizz was like, I got some things going on. I was like, oh, cool. So, you know, Blizz, what you got going on right now?
Right now, we my homie Kid in the building. Shouts out to Kid. Shouts out to Chase Solid, aka Mans and Bricks. We got the project dropping this summer, BBK.
Okay,
So
I did see you. I seen that the advertising and all that for that. I was like, oh, okay.
And after the summer, I plan on dropping my mixtape, Personal Reflections.
Long way. There you go.
I plan on dropping my mixtape, Personal Reflections, trying to get a Street Scott. Trying to get something G up on there. Anyway, so, I mean, that's what we
hint.
Also, we just shot a video for Fallen Angels last night. So
Yo, that
2 in the morning.
Let me tell you.
Mike Tron. Shouts out to Tron.
Now, that song, I've heard that before because you performed it at the Depot one night.
Yeah.
And I told you then that I really liked that song.
Yeah.
Actually, I listen to it. I don't listen to music before, you know, when somebody sends me music in my email, I don't listen to it until I get here. That way you get my natural reaction.
Mm-hmm.
But that song I already heard. And so I had to play it when I got here because, like, that's, you know, I really did like that song. Like, even you performing it that night, I was like, oh, I like this. Yeah. You know, it's hard to hear when you're at certain venues. Yeah. You really can't hear the music. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. So, I mean, it sounds like you got a lot going on right now. You told me you had some stuff coming up.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just chilling, but you feel me? I still been working.
I seen you just did some photo shoot.
Oh, yeah, shouts out to Rello Verse, the Old Mentality. The Old Mentality video coming soon.
Right.
Shout out to
Studio 23. Yeah. They doing that thing down there.
Y'all know Rello is my son, right? You know, he's my son. He's one of my children. No, he actually got up on stage at Sonar and was performing and was like, and that's my mom right there. That's my real mom right there. And I'm like, oh my God. And then he introduced me to his father.
You're like Philip Drummond.
Right. Without the money. I just have a lot of children now. Like,
it's okay. It's okay.
You know, So, yeah, butterscotch is awesome. That butterscotch really is awesome, even though it's from Family Dollar.
Also, I have a best friend that's in Atlanta named Tierra West. So, shout out.
Yo.
You're in trouble, man.
So,
I get the side eye every time I play that joint.
Yeah, and I look, and I know your girl. I know your girl. So, yeah, I know you do.
Yeah, it's real.
She might be little, but yeah.
Yeah, she's feisty.
Yeah.
We gotta play some other songs too, just to balance it out.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you can let her listen to So Bad.
Well,
that's my drum.
Track 12 will get you in the game.
Right, I'm just saying.
The last one,
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Fog machine, I'm playing on. Fog machine set up, I'm playing on. You feel me?
So, yeah, we transitioned back over the street out because of that. So, like I said, we go like way back.
Of course.
And you know, me and Dro, because Dro got here before y'all did. And right.
Communicated effectively. Shout out to Drag. Drag too.
Oh yes, and my man
Drag got an album coming out next month. That's still
Drag is
I usually build up to that, but I'm excited for this album. You know, this he's dropping an R&B project right behind me. So
right,
you know, we play no games. We make whatever we want. Man. We want shout out to Drag.
Right.
Building,
so this project. Like I said, we go way back, and like I was telling Dro, I'm not gonna say my first knowledge of you, but my first boom, you know, this guy right here was this. I'm sorry, but the song with Billy Live,
of course, no,
you know, that my daughter still likes that song. She, you know, she reposted the video not too long ago because it popped up in her memories. But
shout out to Billy Live, yo, that's the bro.
You know. you are one of those. You're like we've talked about TAGMG being almost like Renaissance men. Y'all just don't do one thing. Everybody does multiple things. And you know, so not only do you know, you can rap, you can sing, you're a producer, you know what I mean? In this project here, one thing I'm gonna tell you that I really like about it is it's a story.
Yeah.
There you go.
The whole project from beginning to end is telling you a story.
Facts.
And you know, I'm big on stories.
Yeah, this album has 2 stories, believe it or not. Well, depending on the level of how much you know me.
Right.
So this album is track list wise, it's chronological up into from a certain event to where I finished this album at. But for most people, the general gist is just a conversation between a man and a woman chilling out, vibing out, and getting to know each other like the old-fashioned way. That's how it really happens. Everybody wants to be so cool. They just thrashing all night. They busting down the thoughts every single time. And most of these dudes got girlfriends, so they don't shut up and get up out of here with all that.
And that's one thing, like I said, that's what draws me, and he's got me on camera. That's what draws me. That's what draws me to certain songs. And because if I can relate to it, you know, like I said before, I love Kevin Gates. I can't relate to all his music, but there's going to be something that I can relate to in the song or whatever. And like I said, I heard this Best Friend, and that hooked me right then. So then I said, okay, so I'm playing it. I played it in the car. I played it from beginning to end. From beginning to end. You know,
it's a short album.
But you know, and it's even if I didn't know you, I would know that it's personal. You know what I mean? I mean, yeah, you can fake. You know, I mean, you can fake things to make right songs, but you're going to be able to tell that it's not real.
Exactly.
You know, like, so when I'm listening to that and I'm hearing, like, the conversation, and then it goes into the song, and then I'm hearing the conversation, then it goes into a song, and I'm just like, yo, how did you, like, did you just, like, go to sleep one night and then wake up and be like, hey, this is a good idea?
Sometimes, yeah. No, just I'm in a good space where I'm just in a permanently inspired place where I can make whatever idea I pop up and I can get it to sound like how it sounds in my head. Because all of us artists know it might sound one way in your head.
Right.
When you lay it down, it's not that.
Right.
So just to be, it takes a certain level of mind state to be able to create everything that pops up in your head accurately. So I'm just blessed and happy to be able to, excuse me, to do that. And these songs, they're subjectively personal. Yeah, subjectively personal. So, yes, a lot of these topics are very true to me. This album is 100% authentic.
Right.
100%. 100%. He can vouch. He can vouch. The people that's with me, they can tell you a lot of accuracy
right.
in this album. But I wanted to the point where you understand it for your own story. You take it for how you
right,
take it.
Right.
So you can relate it to you. You can relate it to you.
Exactly.
It's not so personal. So subjectively personal is the way I like to describe it.
Right. And that's like I said, everything that I've seen online, because I mean, y'all probably don't know, I deactivated my page about 2 weeks ago.
I peeped that when I tried to tag
I deactivated my page. I deactivated my page.
I just inboxed you. Like,
but you can inbox me.
yeah, message. Oh, yeah, it's different. So.
But I had to open it back up today because I'm
working.
Facebook for Hard Body Radio.
Yeah.
And I have another page that's connected to my Baltimore Paparazzi page. So even though I deactivate this page, I still have my other page to be able to still do stuff on.
Track.
Yeah. So, but I needed some time.
Yeah, real life is hard enough.
Yeah.
You know, I've been fighting this cold that I've had. Actually, I'm feeling better today than I was the past couple days.
Easy.
Yeah.
Great things happen when you back up.
Right. See, you got to come around more often. See. But so I had a couple. I wrote down a couple things because I usually don't write down questions. But
I see.
There's a couple little things on here that I really wanted, because I don't do interviews. It's just a conversation. I ask a question, we go off track or whatever.
Right.
But you know, I had to write down a couple of things because we have known each other for we've been in the prime time of Baltimore hip hop.
Yeah.
You know, where there was always a show going on. There was always something going on. You look out in the crowd, you see everybody out there, and they're not there to perform, and they're not there because third, he said, she said.
One sonar closed down.
Yeah.
One sonar changed to something else. That was it.
Yeah, and you know they're closed. Paparazzi's closed.
Oh, damn.
But they're supposed to be opening it up to something else. That's what I heard. But and so we've known, like we've been there. So my question to a lot of people who have been in the scene for a very long time, like myself, I feel like I've been here forever. What are your thoughts on the scene as it is right now? How do you see it?
Wow.
Didn't mean to make y'all think, but
take a sip real quick.
The scene is nice. The scene is really nice, like really nice. If you're not catching on to this wave that's going on right now, you don't see it, you're missing out. You're gonna miss out on the window, and when that window closes, you're gonna be really upset. Because there's some stuff going on right now. It's like, shout out to the youngers that's getting on right now. Shout out to all the youngers that's doing it. I love each and every one of them. You know, a lot of them, the guys, they hate the younger guys coming in, but I love some of that shit they make right now. That feels like I don't care. Like, you just can't have this automatic turn off to that egg. Because at one point, we was the guys that nobody liked.
Right.
Yeah, y'all making that shit nobody like. You got to remember that. So I try to keep that in mind and stay in tune. Shout out to my younger homies that, you know, keep me afloat. But the scene is nice. It's real nice. I like what's going on. This is really the time to set everything up for yourself. Put yourself in position. We've been showing that. I hope, you know, I've seen a lot of other people step up.
Yeah.
That may have been fairly quiet, but now I see them getting their business together. And this is the situation to set it up for yourself. If you're chasing a deal, I don't know why.
Right.
I don't know why.
What about you, Blizz?
I say, like you said, the business is definitely stepping up. And by me working in schools, like the kids, I know what they listening to. I know what they rocking to.
Right.
So yeah, definitely salute to the youngers out here that's doing their thing. Much respect on them. You know, if there's any way I can support them, even if it's by posting a video or anything, or coming out to a video or anything, coming to a show, I'm there.
I'm glad that you both said basically that, because my next thing that I have on here was that whereas when we were doing shows at 5 Seasons, Sonar, Black Hole, Fletcher's, Bedrock,
Brass Monkey.
Oh yeah, Brass Monkey. Wow.
We had all these venues. And that's where you got your notoriety. Well, now these younger guys are not even doing shows. They're getting their notoriety from YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube, Instagram, all that.
It's a different age, a different era. I mean,
Right.
And I think the streets are more involved with music now. Like, for a long time, and you can vouch, and everybody else can vouch. The music scene was thriving off of each other.
Right.
So these shows that you're talking about, all we were doing was really performing for each other.
Yeah.
You might get a handful of normal people in there. I like meeting those people. But most of the time, we've been cultivating for each other. And honestly, I think it was backwards. Like, we wasn't winning doing the same thing. We both do the same thing. So me rapping to you and you rapping to me doesn't accomplish anything.
Nothing.
So now we got a stage where you might hear these kids with like 50,000 followers. You're like, they came out of nowhere. No, it's just the kids are embracive to them now. Like,
Right.
Like the consumer is different now. For some odd reason, the consumer got his mind right, and they want to get behind these people. They want to support these young guys coming up like that, and that's a good time. It's a good time.
Yeah.
Go for it.
So,
Get yours.
with all that, how important is radio airplay? Local, as well as in other states. How important is that? Because you remember a time when that was like, everybody was like, oh, I can't get played on 92Q. That was their main goal, their main dream. So, I mean...
You go ahead.
I would say it's very important because, like, with Hard Body Radio, it's more than just people listening from Baltimore. You got international listeners and things like that. So you never know who's listening to you on what radio station because it's out there like that.
But
I'm talking about like FM, like FM radio.
I don't know what I say. You mean
like 92Q and 95 point. Because the reason why I asked this is because I don't know if y'all know, but I think it's 95.5. Yeah, 95.5 down in DC has a show that they do have spotlights or whatever on local artists. They bring the local artists into the studio. They play their music. They talk to them.
Man, it must be nice.
Right. Now, to me,
speak your mind.
To me, like because every time Squirrel sees me, Squirrel be like, hey, Squirrel be like, I'm trying my best, Lisa, because I used to be on him all the time about, and and he does what he can as far as playing, certain artists or whatever. But in a city where you can't throw a stone without hitting a rapper, you know what I mean?
I like that.
I keep saying, right.
Got one.
Right.
Right there, bro.
I want my credit. But I say this all the time, and everybody laughs at me, but it's the truth. Because there was a time when I would go to a show and I would know everybody on the show, maybe would know one or two, but then all of a sudden it was like, boom, everybody raps now. And
why you think I'm singing now, man? Sure. Let me get out y'all way, yo.
But as far as like radio airplay, I think it's like I don't listen to the radio that often, and when I do, it's 95.9. I listen to R&B, and I listen to older music, or I'm listening to my phone. So I think the internet radio seems to be.
Yeah, that's the way.
And then you got, like I said, the Google Plays and the Spotify's and the titles, and now it's so much easier because y'all remember when you couldn't get your music, you couldn't get a video on YouTube because it was too big. It took too long.
It was over 5 minutes.
Right. And then you was on dial-up trying to get it on there.
All day, and then sometimes it just crash out.
Right. You'd be like, oh my God.
Make sure that phone don't ring.
Hopefully you ain't set a release date.
And then turn around. You can't. And then don't let your computer go to sleep. But see, a lot of people don't. They never experienced any of those trials and tribulations. So the things that are going on now, for how easy it is to get your music on these different ones. That's my thing. Like, my show is to talk about history and like how we've evolved and like I used to say when we started out back in Black Hole and 5 Seasons and whatnot, we were on a fucking gravel or on a dirt road, and then we got the gravel on there, and then we paved the damn road. Yeah. So now everybody that hops on that road, they smooth sailing. Not Baltimore street roads.
No.
I'm talking about out in the county roads. Smooth sailing. Yeah. So. That's why I asked about radio airplay, because at a point in time, that's why everybody was like, okay, I'm going to get my song on 92Q. For what?
Go ahead,
man. I think at some point, these guys figured out how to get rid of the middleman.
Right.
Because a lot of these guys that are still on radio, you either have to have some type of super personal relationship with these people.
Yeah.
Or I don't know, or I don't know, you know what I mean? Some type of whatever benefits them, whatever they into,
right.
Something strange for a piece of change. So, man. Hey, we done heard some stories about some wild guys. So you know what I mean? So I think with that evolution, you just get rid of the middleman.
Right.
Like, hey, I can just put my video on YouTube, or I can just. If I can maneuver a different way,
the internet was a gift and a curse.
Yeah.
Right.
True.
That is true. Yeah.
Then I'm a maneuver around them, and even still, like, that's what kind of frustrates me about the guys that's still on the radio.
Yeah.
That if you see somebody that's big or doing something big, you still don't even reach back out to them. Like I don't know, I see you out here doing your thing, and it's like they just still live in this kind of bubble of whatever they doing, and they didn't evolve. They're not evolving.
Right.
So
keep preaching.
Shout out to internet radio. Shout out to Hard Body TV. That's where we at right now. Because the regular radio, If you can get on there, cool. If it helps you out, it helps you out. If not, I mean, there's other ways to get it. So many ways to get it. The video's not even on my mind half the time. Like, I don't even think about it.
I mean, now, like I said, right now, like I'm waiting for it to be where shows are not even. Nobody's really doing shows anymore except for being able to get on those big shows at Ram's Head or Soundstage.
Shout out to the Harbor Festival. We killed that.
Frozen Harbor?
Yeah.
That photographer, she was awesome, wasn't she? Look, I was looking at the pictures, right? I was looking at the picture, like every time Joe would post something up or somebody post something up, I'd be like, damn, did I take that?
Yeah, it's shining.
I'm like, I took that picture?
It was dope enough where I had to make it my profile. Like, I'm like, damn, this joint's too clean, man. I gotta make sure people see this. Right. I like a straight R&B single on that one.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. I caught Jace a few times. Yeah. I was trying to catch Dro. Dro was over.
Me and Jace together, especially how me and him move around, you know, sit still. For you to get those pictures, good. That's bad.
But see, and it's no, I caught.
Jason be up there.
I'm already off stage. This one, he be up. Drove out and out. He jumped off stage. He ran over there by the little rails. I had fun with all this. Whole hopped off stage. Everybody was wild.
Look, I got him too. But look, because I don't see Drag that often, I was trying to get him as much as I fucking could.
Oh, it's Drag.
I do want to say one thing that I really was so, like, y'all don't understand. I feel like I am everybody's mother, and it made me like I have a proud mama moment. Is when these kids that was next to me, they were there to see Detronada.
Oh, them.
And they wanted shirts. And you gave the girl the shirt off your back because you ain't have no other shirt.
Let's tell the story though.
You want me to tell the whole story?
It's funny.
So, we had just hopped off stage. I hugged up Lisa, so finally ran into her. And there was some young kids, some young girls standing beside her, and one of them turned around. She had braces. It was the most adorable thing I've ever seen in my life. She's like, I want a THMG shirt. I was like, oh, hold on. So I ran off. I run into Dro.
Tell the whole thing.
All right, you bet. So I run to Dro. I'm like, yo, just ran into these kids. They want some shirts. We need some shirts. They're like, we ain't got no more. I said, we ain't got no more. Dro was drinking too. So Dro looks at me and said, tell them go to THGMGforlife.com. And walked off. Wait for me. So I'm like, nah, man, we can't do that. So I'm panicking. I'm in the back like, all right, what can I do? I was just like, yo, I'm going to give him my shirt. So we just fresh off stage. So it's like, I played full court basketball on there. Like I gave it the game-winning shirt. You know what I'm saying?
Jersey.
Right.
That's what, man.
That Street Scott THG. But nah, for real, I gave her the shirt off my back, and just her smile was enough for me.
Right.
That was it.
But I definitely went back. And got.
I wasn't done.
Oh, all right. You got to clean me up, yo. You got to clean me up.
Nah, but we gave her that shirt. Like, that was just the most amazing thing. And then you saw the other kids beside him, like, hey, I want one. So Dro ended up coming back, got all these sizes, ran to the car, went and grabbed the bag of shirts, whatever we had left. Blessed all of them with the shirts. The smallest kid there was a boy. He couldn't even fit the shirt.
He was like, I grew into it.
I grew into it. That's the kind of stuff we live for, yo. Those real die-hard, them day ones, the ones that's really connected to us. I don't really care if you like my music today and tomorrow you ain't even talking about me no more. I want to shout out to the shorties that come to our shows with their fingernails painted with THGMG on it. Or shout out to the young kids with the bandanas on, running up on me saying, yo, I got a bandana on just like you. Like, that's what we do this for, yo. So radio play, I don't have radio play. I still get all that. So
Right. That's what, like I said,
Find your avenue, man. Find your way.
That right there, like that, because they were standing right next to me, and they were standing there, and I was like, yo, he gave you the shirt off his back, and she just looked at me like, who are you?
Nah, that was sweet, man. Shout out to her, whoever she is. Shout out to the rest of the
kids. They were there for Detronada because they were screaming in my ear for Detronada.
They was lit when she got on stage.
Oh, shout out to them. Yeah, they weren't even there for us.
Right. That's even better.
That's even better because we
early new fans.
Right. Yeah, because that whole Frozen Harbor music festival is like, I keep telling everybody about it, and I tell them you got to get on that in September.
Summertime.
Spring Jam for real. That's the next show I'm gunning for. Whoever doing Spring Jam, shout out to 7. Yeah, I know you are. Shout out to 7. Doing Spring Jam. Somebody line that up. Somebody line them up. Yeah.
So yeah. So on to the next thing. On to the next thing. Yeah, I just had Swiss Beats in my head just now when I said that. On to the next one. Don't mind me.
TAGMG4life.com.
No, you going hold up. But when Street told me the story, I said I was fucked.
I know.
And when he told me the story, I didn't even remember I said this.
Tell him go.
He was like, "Don't use me." Tell him to go to TAGMG.
You had the drum man.
I walked up.
Y'all had just performed.
I didn't even know those little kids.
Y'all had just performed. Y'all just performed. He was trying to enjoy the rest of his damn night.
I was lit.
I didn't plan on the girls turning around saying that to us, so I was talking to you.
Right.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Right.
Man. That's a blessing, though. It's a blessing to be in that position. To be
And you know what's really funny is every time that I'm at an event and everybody comes up to me and gives me hugs and everything else, the people around me that don't have no clue, who the fuck is she? Who is she? Antoine Grant from Baltimore Flavor Radio said that he seen me at the Crown Award, the last Crown Award at Soundstage. He said, I kept seeing everybody walk up to this white lady and give her hugs and was loving on her and just they sought her out and went right to her. And he said, I need to know who the hell she is. I said,
you popping on him, man.
Yeah.
It's just me.
You OG, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
Really,
You ain't official if you ain't got that Lisa picture.
Oh,
yeah, you ain't got Lisa picture.
That's why I feel bad. Because, like, you know, I got two out horn on this, and we was the first artists that bought Lisa pictures and shit. You know
but no watermark, no logo.
But I felt bad because I kind of wanted the watermark on there because it kind of means something. You know what I'm saying? When you got,
well, no, we'll take that. We'll take that.
Yeah, we'll take that.
Right.
I was like, "Oh, these is fire. We got buy these."
I know. Like Drew hit me up. He was like, "How much?" I was like, "I don't know."
Shout out to Jace. Jace Cavion in the building. You know? Shout out to pre-production of Trap Baby Jesus.
Why you shouting out Jace? Tell him why you shouting out Jace.
I'm shouting out Jace because my brother dropped a mixtape in January. The pre-production, the Trap Baby Jesus. It's a real mixtape. DJ scratching, drops, throwback. Feel like you in 05 for real. But then my brother decided that he wanted to do like 12,000 streams in a month.
Oh Lord! That's because he got fans.
Yeah, man.
He got fans.
Drag. Well, we did. Don't Worry Now, and Drag dropped Billions in September.
Which he had the whole box thing and But what's funny is, and we talked about this before, is that you had no idea that David Banner had done basically the same thing with the God box. Yeah. So great minds think alike in the way I think about it. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because. You know, and Brian Lyric said that I think he bought that because
celebrate Drag's entire collection.
Right. But he was here. I had him and his brother here because they do beats, and I had him and his brother here, and he made mention of that. You know, and I was like, yo, see, this is the kind of thing that I love to see is because I've seen artists like. They don't like this artist, but they can't really tell you why they don't like that artist. Yeah, right. Hating for no reason.
No reason.
You know what I mean?
It's artists that I never heard their music with, but I fuck with them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I probably never listened to none of their songs, but I would listen to it because it's them. Because I fuck with them.
That's because I just made a post. Trey the Truth just dropped a project.
I was just asking about you.
He just dropped a project, and I got to photograph him a few years ago down at Vanity Room. Prophet had brought him through, and
shout out Prophet Production.
Always bringing the names. Yeah, but so I knew the name because I like Texas. Artists.
Yeah,
Zero, Bun B.
I'm extra happy talking about Texas artists. I don't even like how you just did because
I love them. I love down south artists.
What's in that Pepsi?
Nothing. But what's in this cup?
Dirty.
But he just dropped a project, and I was sitting up here, and I was like, I liked him not only for his music, but I liked him as a person.
Yeah.
And when they had Hurricane Harvey, like his name became synonymous with the relief gang and helping everybody and everything. So I was, I got here about an hour and a half early so I can get everything situated and whatnot. And I was looking some stuff up, and I'm listening to on YouTube, and I'm listening to different things. Do you know that he sued one of Houston's biggest radio stations because they put a ban on him and would not play none of his music. If he was featured on somebody's song, they wouldn't play that song.
Wow.
Yeah. But then when all this stuff happened, like radio stations, everybody is talking about Trey Truth. Like the stuff that he was doing was just phenomenal. And he wasn't going up to people and rescuing them from their houses and saying that he's Trey the Truth, the rapper. Right. I'm just here. So right.
You gotta burn the building.
But it just goes to show you how, like other people, for whatever reason, will hate on you for no reason. Maybe because they're jealous because of the notoriety that you have. Maybe they're just jealous of the notoriety that you have. So I can already tell that you all already, you've experienced some kind of another artist or everything.
I don't get it.
I don't either because me personally, I'm Baltimore Paparazzi. What I do is totally different than every other photographer out here. I'm one of my favorite photographers, J5. He no longer J5 was my favorite photographer. Ruben Green from Dub Science Photography, favorite photographer. I'm not hating on anybody for doing what they do because they don't do exactly what I do. Just like your music is not like street music. Street music is not like drag. You know what I mean? Even though like everybody's got something different, so there's no sense in hating on somebody.
Right. Like what that person does has no effect on my career whatsoever. It's not helping that cause whatsoever.
Exactly.
Like even if dudes don't work together, still just like when you see a dude doing something, like it don't kill you to let that person know like, yo, I see what you're doing out there. I like that. I like what's going on. It's not gonna kill you. You can do that for free. You didn't pay nobody to do that.
Yeah.
I see what you're doing out here, Blizzard.
I see what you're doing.
I ain't lose no money just telling that brother that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I just don't get it.
Right.
Stop being mad at yourself. That's really what it is. Yo, go do something. Get up and do something. It's not that hard. Everything we out here doing, everything that THMG is doing, everything Blizzard's doing, you can do.
Right.
Literally you can do. So stop being mad and just go do something.
Because I had you guys, like I said, I had you guys on a couple of times. And we've talked about how like you all have just basically done everything in house. Like you found out, you went and researched how to do things on your own instead of going and paying somebody else to do it or trying to learn it from and that's always been one thing that's really been crazy to me is that people will find out how to do something and will keep it to themselves. They won't let I
go by the Jay-Z.
We all know how to do all this stuff and we're dangerous.
When I was
but you gotta be sacred with some knowledge.
Yeah, some things, but I'm talking about.
You gotta give it to people that you know that's gonna use that.
I'm not gonna give you my 11 herb and spice recipe. Now what you gonna cook for KFC? You gonna cook for everybody else?
You would have to bring up chicken with the man who always asks about who frying chicken.
So you know, I'm giving them my recipe.
But like this, like. I remember there was a time when like artists didn't know about having your ASCAP or BMI or copyright or
boy, if you don't have that by now in 2018, don't talk to me.
Right.
Boys.
You can't even call him a man, you gotta call him a boy.
Right.
Real talk.
And you said you do.
But I was always amazed at how like I went online and when I first came in the scene and I went online and I was looking this stuff up. I was looking stuff up. Look at him. But I went and looked. When I was in Houston last year, we went down there and yes. That's one white boy. That's one. But
I used to live in San Antonio.
You did. I played for the Spurs. Yeah. Really did. They keep playing now. I keep hanging up on them, man. Damn Spurs, man. I don't want to play for you, San Antonio. Look, San Antonio, I don't want to play for you, okay? I like balling with my team.
But what was the common thing that was being said was when CDs were being passed out to them, you know how you pass out free CDs? I don't have a CD player. I don't have a CD player.
Oh, man.
I don't have a CD player. Which I don't have a CD player.
Can I give you my opinion on that before you go on? The way I look at it, like I just gave my man Blizz a CD. Definitely gonna get you one. But look, my man. There you go. But look, what it's about though, it ain't even about the CD now, because we streaming music.
Right.
It's merchandise.
It's information.
Exactly. Yo, my man Drag, shout out to Drag. Drag dropped the I don't remember what project it was. Forgive me. The gold tape. Who cares if it had music on it? It's a fucking gold tape.
It wasn't music on that tape, though?
It wasn't.
That was the mystery.
I still have it, though. I post a picture of it when I dig it out the crate.
I still have it.
Drake had the gold tape. Drake always do something mysterious with his album release.
Right.
I'm waiting to see what he got.
He said, I got nothing yet.
He turned up. Nah, he got me turned up. So, yo, the Levels and Stoners box set gonna be crazy. Yo, Drag got me turned up. Ain't no way he's gonna drop that box. So we got some dope coming, yo, for all my Levels and Stoners.
The CD is about the merchandise, yo.
Right.
Merchandise.
Oh, you see me came in, shirted up.
You know what I'm saying?
But my
thing
thing that came from that was two things. One, how many of y'all got PlayStations and Xboxes?
I still got my first Nintendo.
I'm just saying.
You can't put any CDs on
You can't play with CD on that damn thing.
But if you can, let me know.
Right. And two.
Xbox and PlayStation don't play CDs. Xbox and PlayStation don't play CDs no more.
Oh well, I don't know. See, I have neither. My kids know. But and two, I started and two came to mind the fact that a lot of DJs. They don't deal with CDs anymore. Flash drives. So damn. Well, what if I could do a flash drive and put the whole project on a flash drive and sell it that way? So guess what I did? I went and looked up somewhere where I could get flash drives done. This, that, and the third. Blah, blah, blah. I'm not a damn artist, so why the hell am I doing this? And the artist can't do it.
I'm gonna give you a gem.
Go ahead.
You can type in. All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
Hold on.
No, real shit. You can Google, you can type in custom anything.
Right.
And put your. You know what the fuck is Google? That's how niggas be doing. Do your Googles. Like, you can type in custom anything, custom water bottles, custom phone cases, anything.
Literally.
And they will give you the template that you need to download in Photoshop and all that and put stuff in place. And like, I'm a graphic designer, so I'm familiar with templates, but it's easy. To just drag and drop the shit and you upload it and they send it to you. They might have a minimum quantity of what you gotta order sometimes, like 1,000 or it might get lucky and get 50 of them. But it's that simple. It's out there. It's out there.
But see that was my point.
That's why I said the internet was the gift and the curse.
Right.
The information, the internet helped some things, but it destroyed some things.
Yeah. Right.
Like it helped the porn industry. They destroyed the porn industry. They can't sell DVDs now because everybody's streaming 3-minute clips, or that's all you need.
3 minutes. 3 minutes. Hold on. 3 minutes. Like I was just watching a 20-minute video today, so I don't know which of my 3 minutes. Pornhub is wonderful.
Shout out to Pornhub. Follow me on y'all want to do the deal with THMG, how they draw. He'll never take his hat off.
Who do you think he is, Mr. Marcus? Shit.
Album called The Warrior Comes Later, which is finished. We ain't gonna tell y'all when it's coming out. We got a song there called See You Do That. Street Scott produced. And in my verse, I was like, let's get to it, skip the talk, and keep my fitted on a Mr. Marcus. But look, I reached out to Mr. Marcus and sent him the track because he a DJ now in LA. And he hit me. I sent it to him when it was like we first. I sent it to him when we first did this song, and it wasn't really like fully mixed. And then he tagged me out of nowhere on IG. He was like, "Yo, resend me that song." So I resent it to him. But now we got another finished version of it. Like our songs are never finished.
Right.
Put them up. So
because I got like 2 versions of Fuck Sleep.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be another version to come out. I don't know. But I mean, that's how we work. Just keep working the songs.
Don't worry now. There's a whole different version of that.
Right.
Same versions.
Arranged and stuff, but yeah,
I got versions of Lovers and Stoners. Like yeah.
But it's like I said, that was my whole point of asking these questions is basically to get conversations going like this.
Right. Yeah.
I told you we go completely off topic. We go all the way.
We do, but it's fun.
Yeah.
Like you said, in the interview, it's a conversation.
Right. I feel like I'm ignoring Blizz.
I literally was like,
Blizz drink. Look,
shout out to Blizz.
Blizz got his cup here.
I don't even drink whiskey, but it's lit.
I'm about to let y'all two talk. I'm gonna go outside and write my damn stuff.
You can smoke right there. Is an ashtray right there. Red black thing right there is an ashtray.
So the street gonna be heaven.
Right.
I'm gonna tell you everyone.
Yeah. You can smoke in here.
I don't know what y'all talking about, but I'm gonna be back.
Yo, try to
right at this.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
Lovers and Stoners out right now.
Go get that.
I'm
Yo,
telling
shout
you.
out to every person that bought that. Let me talk about this real quick because the album's only been out for about 2 weeks. And the love I've been getting from this is unreal because I've been nervous about this project. This is a risk for me. This is new territory.
Yeah.
I never put myself out there as a singer. I never wanted to be an artist. I still don't. But this album has an ulterior motive. But the way that everybody came out and bought the album, like we moving units. It's a little spooky right now how fast they received it with no video, no release date. Like because I think because of the way my promotion was for this album with the lives every Wednesday. People were with me while I made that album. So I got personal. So when the album was done, we all felt like we finished the album together for the people that was rocking with me. That's why I love these little personal conversations I have with people. Like for you to know me and to hear that album, you know what's up.
Right.
Yeah, you know what's going on. Some people know, they know my history, so you kind of hear things and you feel connected. I like music like that. So I'll tell you an honest story. I had a little conflict with Don't Worry Now, the project we put out before. Because we were just really just making records, we were just making records. Those Don't Worry Now records have no purpose. We just were going in the studio, getting busy. That's how we do, get busy. So at some point I had a conflict within myself, like, all right, I need to start connecting with people living more musically. I need to be able to touch your heart with what I'm creating. I feel like I need to be more proactive with that because we need some feelings and some emotion back in this music. We're losing it. Like we're starting to lose it a little bit.
Right.
Like when you got a kid saying Tupac's boring because he can't even understand the struggle and hear his story, like that shows you where our gap is, man.
Yeah.
And we still are struggling. So why are we not talking about it? We all making money?
No.
We all balling? We all selling bricks? Get out of here, yo. Cut it out.
Working that 9 to 5.
Right, no, I'm not trying to hear that. Yo. So there needs to be something more down to earth, more held to the ground, something with a gravitational pull on it that'll keep us right here in a sense of reality.
Right.
I need stuff like Lovers and Stoners. I need stuff like Dust Till Dawn to come out. I need stuff like Trap Baby Jesus, where we're talking about real life struggle. You got West Side Drizzle who talks about motivation and bringing you up. Yeah, once you detox. Shout out to King Dro though. No, like you got to take all the inspiration around you and really realize how the things in real life are beautiful. Everything that we do every day is beautiful. Getting up and going to work and the things that you see in your travels, I bet you don't pay attention to it. You see some beautiful stuff that you can talk about. Yeah, you can talk about it. Baltimore is a beautiful city.
Yeah.
I can get a song just by staring at this church all day. I can get an idea based off of that.
Yeah.
A lot of the homies can do that. But really just connecting with people. I say all that to say
You gotta try to get to church.
Shout out to that church. Shout out to that church. Drop my album off on the step. But no, just really wanting to connect with people. Like I like IDK. That's my favorite song on the album. Because that's the most realistic thing for how we feel about. Hey, look, he knows what's up though. Both sides of the fence. So that's why I like these songs. They're not just generated to a man-based thing where it's like the dude's like, yeah, I feel you. They feel me too, but the women go through that same thing. You got a best friend. You got that time where you like, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Or
How you gonna cheat?
We got too much music. But shout out to everybody that commented, everybody that's showing love. Keep spreading the word because word of mouth has helped build THMG. You guys have helped build what we started right here, and I appreciate that. So thank you for giving you.
That living single though.
Shout out to Christian Tyler. Christian Tyler, that's my baby. THMG be out here. She on that. Nah, for real. She killed me on that. She Eminem on that one. We talked about that.
I seen where somebody had made mention on one of the social medias said to you that they didn't really like the whole living single.
They didn't like the show.
They didn't like the theme song, but the way that you flipped it and everything. Yeah. See, I be paying attention.
Video comes. We about to gear up for that.
But you see, I do be paying attention. I see things, even though my page is deactivated. I be seeing things. Am I a lurker? Yes, I am.
No, you press.
You support them. You support too, so it's not like you just lurking.
Right.
You was riding around bumping my joint and make sure you posted that. We need that.
Yo, I'm telling you that. Like I said, I heard that song because somebody played it, and I was like,
shout out to you.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna say that. But
that's real.
I was just like, oh, and I'm listening. I was like, that's street. So I'm listening to the song because I had attitude. So I was listening to the song. So then, like I said, I had to go and find everything. Like I said, I went and got a Google subscription.
That's real.
I don't have to pay until June though.
That's fine, but you got
it. Right.
You gave them streams though. Thank you.
Right. So like I said, it's actually. I'm
looking.
Yeah,
good.
That's Google Play right there.
I'm bugged out. I got an album out right now. I'm still bugging out about that. I've never dropped a project. Been doing this for a long time. And I've never dropped a project. So I'm still bugging out that I'm here talking about this. You feel me? So it's crazy.
But see, and it's crazy to me that you're saying that you I haven't dropped a project, and I've known you all these. You've done all these great songs.
Yeah,
you've been featured on a lot. Yeah. You've been featured on a lot of songs and everything. And I was looking at this, and you only have 2 features on this whole thing.
Spot. Shout out to Drag.
Drag's on Pass to Me.
I don't even smoke, but that song right there, man. You want to get I know about it.
We got a good system, man. We got a good system.
Right.
We got a good system.
Like I said,
I gotta hit my feature on Drag shit. Oh my god.
Is that the little promo that you've been putting up?
Yo,
that's one thing.
Versus it.
That's
the vocals came in.
Yeah. But see, that's one thing. Even with Blizz, because I keep trying to pull Blizz in this.
I'm gonna go ahead and just lean.
But Blizz has been promoting what is it?
Falling.
No, the BBK.
Yeah,
the BBK. Yeah. He's been promoting that, and I've been seeing it, and I'm like, what is that? And I see the names on there, and I'm like, what is that? Like, what is, so that whole promotion thing, getting people, getting people wondering who it is.
It's a gift and a curse, but try to use that gift more.
Yo, we signed to the internet right now, yo. That's how I go, yo. We signed to the internet. Do Rag Mafia Records, yo. You tired of these rappers wearing wave cats. You know what I'm saying? Come sign the Do Rag Mafia Records. We only rock them silk shits. We only rock them silk shits.
Big flat.
You feel me? Y'all let the cake go.
No. He's talking about Do-Rag Dynasty. Come over to Wave Cat Empire. We getting y'all waves right. You know what I'm saying? I got the brush to come with it. All that shit.
That way you can sit there and just brush all day long.
3 2-tone do-rag. Sign with me on this. And you get your own cover for your own do-rag.
Oh, you sign
do-rag Mafia Records.
Y'all crazy as hell. This what y'all doing? Just
we got some stuff coming. We got some other stuff coming. We're gonna see that soon. We're gonna show that a lot more.
Skits and more skits. Y'all, I'm telling you.
We're doing the show, man. We got something coming, man.
That's the best way.
We no release.
Pull up.
He can pull up.
He's out. He's out.
Out, man.
Out here.
How do you think I got to Houston and New Orleans?
Hold on.
He was like, hold up. He said, you ain't tell me?
We gotta be right back in here for Jace Cavion to talk about his project.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
We're getting there.
You better book now because my days book up. I'm just saying, they book up quick, fast and in a hurry.
Next, me and Westside Drizzle doing a joint.
Hey.
Me and Drag got something coming out together. We just started. Expect singles from Dro.
Me and Dro got something coming.
Hey, shit. Yeah.
Well, I mean, there is like 2,000 members of TAGMG.
Plenty.
I'm just saying, like there was like 10 of you guys on stage, and that wasn't even all of y'all. You know, and I was trying to capture everybody that was on stage.
Shout out to Ace, shout out to Pharaoh Zay, shout out to who was two teams?
Mark
Nash, Bink, Bad Dad, OG Noski, D, what up? FNS 300, 1800.
That's 2,000 of y'all. That's bad as
Butter,
Breezy,
T-Bird.
T-Bird.
Yo, so many of them. Oh my God. Oh, Mateo Yayo. I'm bugging, yo. Shout out to Mateo Yayo, man. Yeah, who else in this group text? I gotta think on this.
Shout out to Chucky.
I told you, there's like 2,000 of y'all. That's best band is Wisdom Court.
in Atlanta. We got Atlanta branch. So shout out to all our homies in Atlanta. Shout out to LA people. Shout out to Trap Rock.
Shout out to J-Star.
We everywhere. We everywhere.
Shout
out homies in Bulgaria. You already know what it is.
Craig go get him.
Craig go get him. Rollrats.com, man. I hope you say you talking fly. You
Mine's the 7th.
Yeah.
Oh,
so we was down in Penguins one night. It was years ago, and we were celebrating his birthday and my birthday, and Teresa's birthday, because Teresa's birthday is the 5th. Yeah. Latrice from Wisdom Court. So all three of us were celebrating her birthday. That was like years back down Penguins. Oh yeah, you know that was years ago.
Craig was there?
Yeah.
Craig was
Craig. Shout out to Craig.
I forget. I think who was there. I forget who was there.
Apparently, Craig was there. So
I'm gonna look at I'm pulling pictures up. Watch.
Shout out to Craig.
You know I will. You know that's how I find out. Like I couldn't remember like when me and my ex were together, so I had to go back and look at the pictures. Yeah.
Some things you just don't even think about. You can't remember when y'all was together. There's just some things.
Well, I couldn't remember what year it was.
Don't even matter no more.
Year 99.
No,
scratch it off your body count list.
2011, 12, something. I don't know.
Some people are just statistics at a certain.
You know what? And I think, and you know what? And I got in trouble because my friend was like, "Oh yeah, because somebody you slept with." I was like, "Who?" I was like, "I don't remember," so it must not have been important.
CAGMGforlife.com. That's why those Facebook memories, man.
That person doesn't show. Like this number. Sneaking out. You fired. Somebody fired.
Jay said he can't.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play one song from Street, and a song from Blizzard.
Let's go.
And because I gotta go. I got it. Huh? I got it.
What time is it?
Yeah, I gotta go pee.
Oh,
you see?
Me too.
Right. I'm an old woman. I can talk about that kind of shit. You know how your grandmother tells you, "Baby, mama gotta go pee."
Hold up, I gotta do this, yo. Shout out to my son Tristan.
Hey, he's got birthday too. Shout out
birthday just passed. Yo, shout out to my son. And my birthday's coming up too, because we got a show on March the 31st. My birthday's March the 30th, so we going from the birthdays right to on stage. So come holler us out, Frederick, Cafe 611. You know, Frederick always loves us.
That's too damn far.
That's cool. We gonna go get the money. We gonna go get the money and get them back.
Hey, look, shout out to Frederick. I'm gonna tell you why I say shout out to Frederick.
Shout out to Frederick.
Most of our core fans is in Frederick.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
And Frederick showed love. I don't know if they show love to people that's in Frederick and do records. They fucks with us. Shout out to Sewer Squad.
Sewer Squad, yeah.
These white boys is dope. And then we met at a show in Frederick. And between us and the Sewer Squad, like, they love us.
Oh,
the last show we did in Frederick, we had the merch table set up with the CDs. Mm-hmm. We had tickets for the Frozen Harbor show. We had shirts. We made $175 just off the merch table.
That's how you make your money, though.
We weren't even there, though. Long. We was only there for like 20 minutes. No, the set was 20, so we there for 30 minutes.
Imagine if you was there for like, look at this.
All right, after we got on stage, it was like people just in line at the table. I'm like, yo, that's amazing. Yeah. Like, shout out to Frederick.
Right, so I'm gonna play this and I'm gonna come right back.
What song you about to play? What song you want?
You know I'm gonna play Best Friend.
Oh, Best Friend. Lovers and Stoners, we out here.
Right. Is he gonna play? You better play. You better play.
I'm excited. I can't wait to hear this joint. Me and I was shouting to something about you. I was like, yo, you heard that joint? Was that a shout at me? No. What beat is that? That's you? No. I said, I think it sounds like that. What? Oh, no. No, man, shout out to Song. And I said, we both like, you know how drag is. I don't know what that shit sound like. I said, I gave my parts and I don't know what shit sound like. So I'm out.
Alright. I ain't got no story. I
should have turned into that glass. Chairs over the house and the crowd. Went the way it went. Hey. I winged that one. That flew into that idea. That was not my initial idea.
I'm ready. I'm gonna go get them sticks.
Oh, yeah. What's good?
Turn it off for the goddamn room.
Yeah, shit, bro. Was it all for the goddamn
really, right here?
Somebody got forward in the camera. Go that way.
Man, kids in the building. Your label, what's the name of your label? That's your shit. I've seen it on the brand. She was M.A.M. at first. Why you laughing, Lisa? It's a funny situation.
No, it's just that.
I mean, sometimes you got brains on your own shit. You want to do it your way?
I'm blessed that I got always that I can beat that I didn't say the exact same way. That ain't always easy, man.
That's what I got now. So if you look at it, you already on your shit. I know y'all here. That's what I I like how y'all say each other corner though. That's too tall, alright? Too tall. She goes up there.
Lisa, I got this for you.
That's all I've been bumping. Ask Dre. Dre pulled up on.
Yeah, my man just came through the back, yo. That's serious, though.
Dre was like, hold on, who the fuck is that, yo?
That's in the CDs and shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop one on. Yeah, I'm gonna drop one on the CD.
That's wild, man.
This you got your CD. This your shit right here.
No, we're gonna put these in the CD.
Alright, so
You know what I'm saying?
About the radio.
Yeah. They all like, you know.
You know that one?
I
just take the shit off, cause
we can buy that tonight. On the way to the studio.
Drain the plug when you need something printed.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All my
Look at man for Ruby.
I do CD duplication too.
Yo, this one is way better than yesterday.
Let's say we just
Lisa, I can tell you some shit.
He was telling me a couple of times.
Yeah. I I tried to do it. I ain't going back.
That's why I asked myself that one picture where you're like this.
Because my brother, like, at least my brother know he can't. I just see what you doing. It's like, what we doing? I hold his case. I was like, what we doing? That's all I was saying. What we doing? No, shit.
I had to step it up real quick, you feel? I had to. Yeah. They going through the pain. It's wild, like, yo, you feel? Look out the chaser. Yeah. Got me feel so gone. Some of them are older than shit. Like I'm not in this world. And I'm not even existing, but somehow, some way, I just gotta be strong. I just actually touch. It's something I can hold on. Feel like I'm about to break. Can't finish this race. Send a prayer up to heaven. God put me in my place, cause these demons trying to appear.
He was performing this at Depot.
Been fighting these demons for years.
And I was like, yo, I like that song.
Yeah, show me that they really care. The light at the end of time, when I'm running out of steam. Being all like a demon. And I need your touch. Cause I'm out of the morning shooting this shit. I'm trying to I want you come and bless me. I'm tired of the struggle. Oh shit, hey. Say no more. Say no more. This is my time to drop. This is my time to drop. Will you beat by me? Or will you watch me explode? Falling angels. I want you come and bless me. I'm tired of the struggle. I'm tired of the stress. I just wanna know. When it's my time to go. Will you my enemies or any of my foes? Yeah, this is my personal reflection through the pain meditation. And they said that I wouldn't be here, but I know this is destined. Yeah, dear Heavenly Father, sorry if I seem to bother. Yeah, but I need your service, and I know you are working. I know my life has a purpose. I know my life has a meaning. Through each of these seasons, but falling angels. I want you come and bless me. I'm tired of the struggle. I'm tired of the stress. When it's my time to go, will you be by my side? Or will you watch me explode? Falling angels. I want you come and bless me. I'm tired of the struggle. I'm tired of the stress.
I don't like my picture taken.
We was trying to keep the beat on like listen, hardly so we're trying to church thing. Like if you look in the definition, a fallen angel is a demon angel. But like my angel is different, you feel me? So it's like they went down the book with it, you feel me? If you listen to this, it's different.
So you found church,
I mean we shot some B-rolls, but
Yo, in the spotlight, your girl Lisa the Baltimore Paparazzi, Hard Body Radio. Yeah, I played Street Scott, best friend. Like I said, that yeah.
That shit got me in trouble. That's what you know is it. That shit gets you in trouble, then.
And then that was Blizzard Fallen Angel.
Yeah.
But so Blizz was talking about the
called Fallen Angels of the Bible. Sky going to hell, but my fallen angel is talking about the angels that's actually in heaven to, you know, come and bless me because I'm struggling and going through this and going through that.
Okay.
So that's my first controversy track, but hey, I love it.
Like I said, I wish y'all could have seen Street's face when the beat dropped.
I'm a sucker for good drops. You know? And you pick the right flows, like whenever. Oh, man,
right.
Good work.
Appreciate it, bro.
Not everybody knows how to find the right pocket for the right beat. Like,
true.
That's like, okay, I'm not an artist. I can't I can't write rhymes. I can't spit rhymes. I can't do any of that. But
I got hella bars. Too. Bars.
But I do know music. You know, I was in 5th grade. I played a B flat cornet, which is a trumpet. And then 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, I was in choir. I was a soprano.
Told you.
And plus, you know, my school, elementary, middle school, we had music classes. So I would how to read music.
Oh, so you want to sign to KID Productions? No.
Bro,
call on. We'll set it up.
But
Baltimore Paparazzi.
But there was we were at 5 Seasons. It was a Crown Award. You know how they had the producers battle, and there was a producer. I don't remember who it was, but. Like, they cut off his beat. He was like, wait a minute. And we was like, oh, but it played for so long. But it was such a long intro. So they played it again.
You talking about the build-up before the drop?
Right.
Oh, damn, who was that?
So, look, only was across. I was sitting on this side of the stage. And only was on the other side of the stage. And I'm sitting there, because, you know, I'm taking pictures. But I was sitting there on the stage. And I'm like, I'm going like this. I'm going on with the beat. And I was like, that's where it's supposed to drop. He said, see, even Lisa knows that's where it's supposed to drop.
It never happened.
And it never happened. It was such a long, I hate
producers, stop doing that with that long build up. If that beat, when that beat drop, if you gonna make that build up long like that, make sure the drop is magnificent. Yeah. Like, you have to make sure that's undeniable. So chill with them long intros. Yo.
Right. So yes, but I do know music, and like I said, like you said, if I hear something, if I hear a song and I don't like it, I'm going to tell you why I don't like it. Right. 9 times out of 10 is because the way you're flowing on that beat is not a fit.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Or you're trying to shove words in there.
Syllable structure.
You really know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
just a little bit.
Go on.
Just a little bit. You know, so, you know, like I tell people all the time, you know, like my ex, it's like any beat you give him, he can flow on it. Mm-hmm. And it's crazy because it amazes me. Because I know people like he flowed on a song by Kendrick Lamar called "And I," and it's like a different type of beat, and not many people. I know for a fact not many people can flow on that. Right. And he sat there and he had wrote a whole you know, I think it was like 2 verses to it, and I'm like, really?
Right.
How you do that?
Skills, son.
You know what I mean? But I know I've known people
Is that the same yo that played Best One?
No.
Oh,
is he from Houston?
No. He lives at Woodlawn.
Okay.
Oh, I mess with her for life. Every time she say she got a little friend or something, like, is he from Houston?
No, my friend is not from Houston. Ooh. I'm trying to find one from New Orleans, but anyway.
Hey, baby.
Hey, baby. But like I said, like Blizz on that track right there, like you said, he had, you know, he flowed right along with the beat and everything else. But that's like one of my pet peeves is when I hear a song and like, okay, anybody that knows me knows that Bomb is the reason why I am here.
Oh yeah, I saw Bomb. Yeah.
If you don't like me,
Baltimore on my back.
Hell that man. Bundles on my block. But he's the reason why I even got into this scene is because he reached out to me and everything. And over the years, I became affiliated with everybody. But Bomb is the reason. Bomb is like my brother. We're family.
He's still active too.
Yes,
yeah.
very
That's
active.
All I like to see. He's still active. You know?
But he gets off beat. If you ever listen to his music, he gets off beat, but he always finds it back. Always. It's just that's his signature. That's just him. Yeah. But you really, if you're not listening for it, you don't hear it.
Right.
Shit, Drag has a flow like that sometimes where it's like he's more talking over it, but then there's a bounce. It's like the mid pockets he talks over. So everyone has a skill with that offbeat thing on purpose. It's not easy. It's a technical skill that you really have to be good at.
Right. So that's like I said, when I hear music and like I'll listen to a song and be like, no. You're off beat, or something's not right, something's not fitting in there right. Because I had people send me unfinished tracks and be like, Lisa, can you listen to this and tell me what you think? Who the hell am I? Right.
I would do that. No, I send you records.
Right.
I like females' opinions on records anyway, yo. Yeah.
Oh, for real.
I don't even send dudes records. Honestly, I don't send dudes records unless they squad. I send females.
No reason to.
That's the
they
real
will.
His opinion on that record.
Everybody, like, all the records out, like Fuck Sleep and all the early ones, I said it to, like, you, Kima, like females that I knew was gonna give me an honest opinion. I ain't saying no dude.
Oh yeah, this album had women opinions on there. Like I had talked to some women and sent certain songs to people.
Only dude I sent the records to was DJ Whiteout.
DJ
I don't know if you're familiar with him. Been in the game for a minute. But he responded every time. That shit fire. You know what I'm saying?
But you know, that's just like when you know, because like that beat right there, like I said, I'm not trying to throw shade, but maybe I am.
Speak your mind.
Let's go.
But like I said, I heard that song playing at the depot and I liked it.
Right.
It's kind of hard to hear music in certain suck.
Right, yeah.
Well, if you heard it at the depot and you liked it, it was
It was fire.
But you know, so like it's kind of hard for me to listen to music because I'm always at the front of like the stage. So you can actually hear music better when you're standing like in the middle or the back. So I'm up front, so I really half the time I don't get to hear. You know, and I don't know if you all paid attention to me sometimes when certain artists are on stage and I'm standing there like this.
I don't know.
Cameras down.
Like, you know, it's usually like up here in my arm, and I'm just like, and I'm looking around.
That's a look.
Click, click. Or if your sister's there, she's standing there, and we're geeking about something. We're talking about somebody who's standing on the far end, and we're just, you know, I'm not paying really much attention. Now, Frozen Harbor, I was not disappointed.
Everybody came with it on that.
You know, you all didn't hear the band, did you? Nope.
I know that dude.
Moonlicious was the band. Yes, the name is very unique.
Right.
These were older guys from Annapolis. They were awesome. When he brought out the cowbell, I thought of Mistress Beats.
Oh, more cowbell.
Me and Mistress Beats every time more cowbell, and I'll post up the video. More cowbell. Bing, yeah. But they were awesome. You know, everybody that hit that stage, I was really happy that it was a really good, you know,
we just saw a band that made me feel like we need to step our show game up. It was at me and Dro and Poe was at this event, this fashion event. Some band called the I can't think of their name right now. Yeah, but
was that the one that was at Sound Station? Yeah, because Paul had asked me about coming through, but
yeah, we was there. We was out there.
Yeah, I see him.
Surprisingly, it was supposed to be just me and Dro and Poe, but for some odd reason, when we go out, it ends up being a TA thing. Like it was 3 more of the homies to pop up. So usually we roll dolo and it ends up like 6 of us. At the very minimum.
That's the way it's, I mean, it's
crazy.
Yeah.
I'm still bugged out about that. Everybody
so like 6 or 7.
Why are you here?
Right.
But no,
that's how many of us.
No, it's some dope. I just saw a dope band that made me rethink like our show sets a little bit more.
Right. I mean, and I mean, like there for a while, like hip hop artists were not performing with a band, but then like Billy Live started with a band. Of course. I mean, Rebel Nation's been doing it. I love Rebel Nation. Like Rebel Nation is one of my favorite local
my favorite
bands.
part of Frozen Harbor. Shout out to the Poet. Because that made me go on the White House. That shit was
oh, you want to tell that story? Go ahead.
Oh, Jace. That shirt is cute.
Track baby Jesus. Man, went to the car and got that. I said, oh, more camera? Let me go get my shirt. TA Merch Gang. TAGMGforlife.com. But nah, Poet. We performed a song off our unreleased album. Ice Cream Man, which we had a video of. Yeah, everybody trying to say Ice Cream Man, everybody laughed.
I had that song too.
So, but
from back
it's a
January.
version of the beat where Street is beatboxing. And he's like, So Poet and Westside Drizzle, they performed their verses to that. But Poet surprised us at the last minute. Was like, he had just dropped, like literally, like we was in the parking garage. He's like, yo, I'm gonna do this instead of that. He had just dropped the new Freezer freestyle to that new Freezer beat. Oh yeah. And which he bodied. So he performed his verse to that on the Ice Cream Man joint. And I have to tell you, I watched that video clip. It's on my Instagram, it's on TAGMG Instagram. Yeah, I watch that every day. Like Poet HBO special out. It's a part in the middle of his verse where Street walk up and just pump him up like he was just like TAG, like that shit was like phenomenal. That was my favorite part of the whole show.
And he said he was gonna no, that was a real life reaction because we didn't even know he was gonna do that until he walked in. He said, yo, you know what's gonna be dope? If I rap like that's a Poet thing.
Right.
Shout out to Master Poe. He got an album coming out, TBLC, the Baltimore Love Chronic. Yo, that album.
Baltimore Love Chronic.
Yo, if you all don't know, anybody listening or watching this, do not know who TAGMG is, please go look them up. Also, go to my Baltimore Paparazzi page and go look up the pictures from Frozen Harbor.
Oh, she was dragging
because I called Poet a couple of times and making like faces. Yes. I was like, where did his shirt go? And then his shirt was back on. I was like,
he lost it for a minute. He caught it something. Usually I'm the one with my shirt on by the end of the set, but Pole's already topped the spot.
That was, and the crazy thing was, that was our first time performing on that stage as a unit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so that was a moment for us. Like,
we knew we had to show.
Everybody, we all know the soundstage is the biggest platform we got here.
That in Rams Head.
In Rams Head, yeah. So that was like a moment for us. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad that everything worked out the way it worked out. And everybody enjoyed themselves. Like Drake, Westside Drizzle called me like 2 days later, like, yo, he was so pumped up.
Still pumped,
yeah, he's ready to perform again and shit. March 31st, we in Frederick. You know what I'm saying? TAGMGforlife.com.
Stay on them go.
Yo.
Oh, speaking on Drizzle though, I grew up with Drizzle.
He told you that today.
We grew up in the same.
I told you, it's like Baltimore is a big city, but it's a small city at the same time.
All of us know each other, yo. It's
It's amazing. I mean, it really is like, okay, I used to live right there on Poplar Grove in Winchester, and I was the ringtone lady.
Yeah.
And you all know I used to do a show called In the Spotlight Showcase, and so I met this one.
How you stuck to that? Like
I got the mixtape, the showcase, and this radio show. So that's my brand. It's In the Spotlight. So I was meeting somebody at Mondawmin at the Burger King. He wanted to do my show, so he was meeting me to pay the deposit and get the tickets. As soon as I walked into Burger King and sat down, he said, "Didn't you used to be the ringtone lady up on Poplar Grove?" I said, yeah. I said, yeah. He was like, I used to come get ringtones and beats from you.
Those are the beats.
Those are the
told you about Lisa. Y'all sleeping on Lisa, yo. 2018, no more sleeping on Lisa, yo.
But I used to know, because I used to download the Beat CDs and Gucci Mane and all that stuff. Everybody was like, yes, how to be an MC. I think I had just about all of them.
DJ Color,
I had all them joints.
And then I had two young artists in here. One of them was going to be in here next week too. But I had two artists in here, and we were talking. And I said, it was like towards the end of the interview, and I said something about Poplar Grove. It was like, yo, ringtone lady. I was like, Jesus. That's how small this city is. Oh, yeah. I was the only white lady. I was the only white face in the whole neighborhood to begin with.
Poplar Grove, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Poplar Grove for sure.
Never bitch.
Like, mammy, you lost.
every day.
I was a crackhead.
Oh, you
I was a fiend. I was a.
Pull up, you cotton.
I was a narc. I used to be a police officer. Like, I used to be a police officer, and I'm living in this fucking hood right here. Yo, okay. But yeah, I was all kinds of shit until I pulled out that butcher knife that day and tried to kill somebody.
Oh.
TAGMG4life.com. And number 4, TAGMG4life.com.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's when I moved over to Kimball Road near Blizz.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah. See? I'm telling you.
And your best friend is...
Right.
I see Blizzard everywhere. See, I was living over east at one point in time, northeast, and I don't know where I was riding. I was up there by Hopkins somewhere, and I was riding down the street. I was there, somebody like, "Yo, Dro," and it was Blizzard like on the media strip and shit.
This is Blizzard. I tell this story because Blizzard's got a heart of gold. Let me tell you, he got a heart of gold. My monitor went up on my computer.
Oh my God.
He brought this big ass, heavy gateway, big ass monitor from his house to my house, and I lived up a hill.
Oh, shit.
And he brought it to my house.
Shit was real that day. I ain't gonna lie.
Right.
I felt bad Buff doing. They'll drop that shit off.
Then like we would be at shows, he'd be like, "Miss Lisa, can I catch a ride with you?" Sure. Yeah. So I needed to ride one night after Bliss got his car with, like I said, I feel like I got to watch people grow up and be,
Right.
You have. True.
I really have.
You seen the evolution of a lot of us.
Like the key is the me and Street was just talking about this like last night. That shit crazy. Is to build relationships, but you gotta maintain them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Mm-hmm. You like between me, Street, and Drag. A lot of people in the city has had to cross our path in one form, like for production, graphic design, print. You know what I'm saying? But we all went out on our own terms and built relationships with certain people.
Right.
We all know the same people, but then we have relationships with different people.
Right. And then they see us all together. It's like, oh shit. He was there.
That's like Bomb came over. Bomb came over to the house. He dropped his daughter off because his daughter and my daughter, they're cousins. They say they're cousins. Their kid, Bomb's grandson is 2 months older than my grandson. But my grandson's like 2 months taller than his grandson.
How's that calculated?
Let me tell you, because Caden's tall as shit. Caden, everybody's like, he's only 3? He's getting ready to be 4 in July.
Yeah, I'm 6'8".
But he come over and, they was like, Ma, somebody's here to see you. I said, who's here to see me? Don't nobody come to my house. And Bob come in. I was like, hey. I was like, I was talking to him. He was like, you know what, Lisa? He said, one thing about you is you've never burned bridges. People burn bridges with you, but you never burn bridges.
You know how to maintain those relationships.
I just posted. I don't know if you guys have seen it or not, but my friend Bobby Stone up in New York, he does the showcases and stuff up there. And what's up with that? Just hit Bobby up, tell him you know me, and he'll give you all the information. He does them. I think he does them every month, but he does a lot of different stuff. He does a lot of but I kept that. I met him a few years ago. There was a spot right down on Greenmount. It's a store, I think.
In the hood.
And I keep dropping my ink pen.
Zone 18, baby.
But we was down there. It was a show. It was a place that they were trying to build into like a little spot. And you had to go upstairs, and that's where I met Bobby Stone at. He had brought New York artists down here, and the New York artists that came down was awesome. The Baltimore artists that were performing were like great.
By North Avenue.
No, this was it was 20. It was down from 25th Street, so it was like maybe 23rd. It was right there in the corner. I think like I said, I think it turned into a store.
Okay.
And that was the first night that I met Sabrina.
Okay, yeah.
And she asked me, it was the craziest thing. She'd been drinking. She didn't know who I was. I took no offense to it. I just laughed at her. At the end of the night, Sabrina gave me her camera, a little square camera. It was like, can you take this picture of me? Do you know how to work it? Ooh. I said, yeah, I think so. So I took the picture, I took a couple pictures or whatever. It wasn't until the next day that somebody told her, that's Lisa, the Baltimore Paparazzi.
Yeah.
I think she take a picture. And she apologized to me. I was like, there was no need for apologies. You didn't know who I was.
Do it again. What I want to do. Hey. Why haven't you used any of these sounds while you were talking to us?
Right.
When you was talking about how you been in Texas, why didn't you hit that blue button?
I've been wanting to push that shit the whole time.
I'm offended, man.
A random service bill.
I'm not gonna. Hey, you better ask.
For the
box.
Yeah, it's not loud though.
I'm offended. I'm never coming back. No, this is over.
I can't see these. That's why. That's why I'm
I just
listening.
got hey y'all, guess what? I got some Lovers and Stoner stickers. I just got this pack in like literally just now.
The pack in.
Some of these homies got something early. Some we not even released yet. Like these things just be happening. Like this is how fast they go on the fly. We get together and stuff like that. I love my team. I just say that to say I love my team, man. Shout out to the whole family.
I mean, and that's that you know that's kind of important because like Blizzard, you know, I know that some things have changed in as far as you know everything. I didn't know if you wanted to say anything.
Yeah, we can talk about that. It's
okay, because yeah.
Finally signed with the Timberwolves, huh?
Talk about that. It's all good.
So you're no longer with MAM.
It's news to me.
I knew because I was told.
I mean, I'm no longer with them, but I mean, I wish them the best.
Right? It's no.
It's all hate.
And I
appreciate everything they done for me.
And that's what I was told as well. You know, it was because people tell me things and I don't ask.
That's how I go.
You know, and you know, me and Jay McGraw, we're friends, and you know, Jay would call me and talk to me about a lot of different things.
Right.
You know, other artists.
Right.
But so I mean, because it seems like that you've just like you left and now you're just like running 100 miles an hour. Just doing
everywhere.
You know what I mean? Like
so what was it like a mutual was it just like a you just wanted to do your own thing?
My co-host is asking questions.
Take over.
You guys have time for another smoke break, right?
But no, because you have been with MAM Records for a long time.
Oh, yeah,
see, my show, I don't like to do controversy on my show. That's why.
We good.
Yeah, that's why. Like, you know,
it's all good. It's just I mean,
movie and drag.
Do you think? Do you think that it was just kind of like time?
Yeah.
Because you've been with how long had you been with Jay?
About 2000, end of 2012.
Right.
So I just, you know, felt like it was just time to move on. No hard feelings. I'm still willing to work with Jay.
Right.
I'm still willing to work with MAM. It's just, I'm just.
You wanted to go your own way.
Yeah, I'm just everywhere. Right. Whoa. You can find anything on St. Paul.
No, a couple weeks ago, I had Pennsylvania down here, right? I have Pennsylvania down here every month. Pennsylvania artists. Yeah. So they were all right there, and there was somebody out there because that's a bus stop, and she was over there, and she was a fiend because she was rocking them and everything, and it was like she gonna get hit by a bus. I said she'll bounce, she'll bounce. She'll be alright.
Bounce off her.
She's like, damn.
Taking down to the remote.
Right. She's just gonna go down like somebody.
My man just made me U-turn on foot. He's gone.
This is our Good Morning America window.
Oh, I love it.
Just wait till summertime hits.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna be there.
But yeah, because like I said, you know, I know you had been with him for a while, and you were like one of the only artists that kind of just you stuck by Jay and by MAM Records.
Exactly.
But you know, like I said, I mean, sometimes all good things come to an end. You know,
I mean, that's how I look at it. Like, all good things come to an end. But like I said, I'm still willing to work.
Right.
With Jay, still willing to work with MAM. There's no.
Right.
Like, I appreciate everything done for me and things like that.
Yeah, you didn't do like some of the artists that left and made diss records. And
No.
I don't understand that. I don't understand that.
Other artists was on MAM.
Other than that.
Like, I thought she was the face of MAM.
No, there was him, Kid, Taz Fitter. Slay Nation was on there one time.
Yeah.
The one chick was on there. Justice was you guys for a while too.
It was a whole bunch of
There was a whole. He had a whole. Yeah. But you know, sometimes.
They're looking for that.
Sometimes when you know, if somebody's not moving as fast as you expect them to move, you know what I mean? Sometimes, you know, you think that you got a better chance of, I I don't want to say that people just jump ship because they see a better opportunity.
Can I co-host real quick?
Go ahead.
So what's your
just because his sister's like my best friend, that's why.
Oh, I'm just working. I'm just working.
Because that record I just heard.
Like I said, I heard that because you did that. That was what, last year?
I'm saying.
That record, I did that record last year.
Yeah, he did that record last year.
I recorded it. Shouts out to Savage the Beast. You know what I mean? I recorded it at his studio. But I mean, I'm just working. You feel me? I'm willing to work with any and everybody. And I mean,
that's why I say because like I said, I just see him doing a photo shoot. Then I turn around. You just said you shot a video.
Yeah,
you got a project. You got the BBK thing. Like I said, that's why I say he just hit the floor.
Artists become more active when they leave the label.
You know, sometimes they do. Sometimes they do. But look, kids in the corner.
Kid in the corner.
He's saying shit under his breath and everything. You can't pick it up on the microphone.
Jason started a label. He about to sign us up with dip orders. We got to jump when we leave.
But I know. But what I'm saying is, you know, I know this doesn't fit Blizz in his situation. Right. But what I've seen it time and time again. Like I said, I've been around. I pay attention. Mm-hmm. People think I'm not paying attention. Well, I'm paying attention. I see a whole lot of shit that goes on.
Right.
This person will be with this clique. Then turn around.
They jumping over there.
Let me run over here. Let me jump. Wait a minute. They going out of town a lot. Let me go over here.
He definitely
was. Taz Spitter was actually with him for like 10. And I didn't even know who Taz was until a couple years ago when I took pictures of this man down at what the hell was it called around the corner from Belvedere? We only went there one time. Red Square.
Oh damn.
Yeah, I took pictures of Taz there and I didn't even know I took pictures of his ass. Jay was like, "You took pictures of him, Lisa?" I was like, "No, the fuck I didn't." He was like, "Yes, you did."
I mean, rappers, I took pictures.
Right. That's about as bad as that dude come up to me going, "How come you ain't never take no pictures of me? Don't you know who I am?" I said, "Do you know who I am?" "Yeah, you the Baltimore Paparazzi." I said, "Well, that's where you fucked up." Because I have no clue who the hell you are.
If you gotta tell a person, "Don't you know who I am?" They probably don't know you.
That and everybody knows me. And I'm quick to be. I'm a smart ass.
I'm in the building. You know what it is. No.
Somebody says, "Oh, everybody knows me." I don't. And I'm always a smart ass that does it. I don't know who you are.
Artists, can we stop being delusional this time? Really know your worth. Really know where your position at, so you can work to move forward to get a bigger fan. Really know your place, It's a lane for that.
Like when you guys have known me for over the years. You've seen, I've been around this, that, and the third. So when you guys say, "Oh yeah, Lisa, you're this, you're that," I'm like, no. And it's not just me being humble. It's just that I really don't think.
So much.
I really don't think.
Take note of that. The first picture you ever took of me was at Pit Fights. When Shaka Pitch used to always have that open mic before the battles.
Oh, yeah.
And when I saw that www.leezel.com, I'm the man. You feel me?
So with that being said, one of my questions on here is, what's your favorite memory of me?
Oh, that was one of them.
Yeah. But I've had a lot of people tell me that. They were like, they sought me out, oh, I have to get this picture because Ty Gutter sought me out at fucking Turntable Club because he said he needed to get a picture with me.
Shout out to Ty Gutter,
yeah.
I was like,
Ty Hill.
Right, Ty Hill.
His name is Ty Gutter. I don't give a damn what he goes by now.
Ty Gutter Hill. How you doing, man? What's up, bro?
That's family right there.
Yeah, I think that was one of the first times I saw you was the Baltimore video with him and Cherry Lala.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And in a couple of years, I couldn't find out that was my cousin. Like, damn.
But everybody was in at that video shoot.
Oh yeah, that was.
That's when Henny was locked up and everybody had on the free Henny shirts. But yeah, I just like to know I guess kind of like my impact on people because I had people tell me all the time, "Oh yeah, Lisa, I remember this time." I'm like, wow. I gave you that much of an imprint.
Yeah, never know
you know
what I mean? Like, The first time I think I seen Street perform had to be in Virginia.
I was about to say my favorite time was Virginia. The show.
I knew absolutely.
That was like my first paid on the road show. Shout out to Billy for that though.
I did not know anybody. I rode with Tim Curry and Singleton. I knew Singleton.
We was deep though. We was deep down there.
And Blackstaff was out in the parking lot because dumbass Hayes didn't have his ID.
Oh yeah.
Oh, shit.
So he couldn't get in.
Oh man, Billy holds a lot of power. I wish he really pursued this person he could be. Like Billy's already an amazing person.
I think slowly he is. He's talking about putting another tour together.
So I heard. No, Billy is a very powerful person. You know, like once he really cultivates, I can't wait to see what happens in the end of it all.
Right.
Billy's gonna be something real serious.
You know, like I said, I think that was the first time. Because I walked, it was like a little green room that everybody was in. And the only person I knew was really Billy. And I was just like, oh, I don't know. And everybody's looking at me like, I always get that feeling like when I walk into somewhere and for the first time and like nobody knows me, it's like, who the hell is this? Because that's just me. Like, I'm like, everybody looking at me like, who the hell is she? But it used to be a time when I would not go to us, the other studio. We got 2 studios back here. But like I was time when I would not go by myself to a show. But then that became an issue and a problem because I'm ready to fucking go. Right. Yeah. Everybody else wants a lollygag. I got to go home to my babies.
Like 12 more people got to go on. It's like 10 o'clock.
Oh no! I'm talking about after. I'm talking about after all that. I'm talking about when they say, okay, everybody got to go. You ain't got to go home, but get the fuck out of here. Yeah. And then like they plan on going out here, going out here. No, just drop my ass off at my house. I know.
Like I literally come out and he just came.
Video, yo, Dre just dropped the G.
Oh yeah.
Oh yo. Shout out to Verse.
Studio 23.
Studio 23. Yo, that video was fire.
Shout out to Drag, my man just dropped a new video. GG out right now. Check it out.
March Madness, TAG.
Yeah, it's March Madness. Pay attention. You're gonna see March Madness a lot. So pay attention. We just hitting y'all with all these waves.
Like I said, Blizz come out. He's just running. He's like a cartoon where you got the feet running like this, and then you let him go and just.
Now it's on him.
Right.
Now he got control. Now it's on you. So now you can conquer right now because now it's you. Like, all right,
exactly.
He had that experience and all that time. So, like I said, this year is something about this year. Everybody figuring it out. So now I just heard that record.
All time.
Yeah, that's how you did it. Like,
no, what got me was Dro going. Who was that?
You know we're not pump faking, you know what I'm saying?
Something different, yeah.
We could have just started talking and did whatever, so you know that record is fire.
Oh, yeah,
the fact that you hitting the bricks, like you out here doing your interviews right now, doing your promo game, and you working a single.
Oh, you already.
Not just saying, like, yo, an album coming, da-da-da-da. We already know what we say every show. No one cares about your fucking album. No one cares about your album. Once you artists realize that, once you artists figure that out, y'all gonna be so good out here. No one cares, yo.
Well, see, and my thing is, if you're gonna do an album, you don't put too many goddamn tracks on. Don't try to come out here being Chris Brown. You're not Chris Brown. No. You can't do 45 tracks. I still ain't listen to that whole goddamn album.
Oh man, I couldn't did what I did with this album if I didn't already have that base there, not having a release date and keeping it mysterious. I know my limitations. I was being risky doing that. Not saying like, oh, this is gonna be out. So I really had to trust the base that was there to say like, all right, we care enough to go look for it.
Right.
So that was the fun thing. So for him now, he gets to have that moment with his fans. So that's his only way right now. You put out about 2 or 3 of those, yo, I promise you, dudes are like, yo, who's this Blizzard guy I keep hearing about, yo?
Let's go, man.
Keep going.
Yeah.
They don't like it when you
that's one thing. Like that's one thing that Bliss has always shown me. Like I said, being at the open mics and being everywhere, doing the shows and being on that stage.
He put his time in here. I've seen him throughout the course of us growing in involved. We both seen each other at that level where we still trying to figure it out. So to hear that and see what's going on, he's my man. I need y'all to see the imagery and all that. Yo, he really reinvention his soul.
That's
recognition is
rare, you feel?
Because people really care about more than the music got to be dope for one, and then people want to see it.
Yeah.
Right.
We learned that in our travels. That's why you see us actively more on showing live and showing stuff because people want to see you.
Yeah.
So they're not really just buying into the music. They want to believe in you. They're buying into you.
Yourself, yeah.
So yeah, you got to make sure you solid out here. Make sure your imagery right and all that. No, you gotta give dude credit when it's due. Like I see what you're doing. I already know the path you're about to get started on, and that music confirmed that. Because you can do all that, and then the music trash is just like, all right, damn, yo. But you just play me a banger, yo. You got the video ready too? Come on, yo.
That mean a lot. That mean a lot, man.
They just don't MP3 out. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I got the video coming.
Side note, we was in that abandoned building until like 1 in the morning. Like 2 years ago, I would have been like, what the fuck? So yeah, I was in that bitch like, yeah, let's get this shit done. Let's work. You feel me? Hell yeah.
Right, like I said, it popped up on my I think it was my IG because, like I said, I deactivated my page, and I was like, and it might be on my other page because Blizzard's on my other page. I don't have too many people on that page from the music industry. There's only a couple people that are on that page. Right. I really don't even get on that page. Last time I posted anything on that page was, oh God.
A while ago.
Right. I posted about Dragon in August of last year. That's before I even knew he was going to be at Frozen Harbor.
Last thing we talked about was Dragon, huh?
But, you know, that's because I always, because
Shout out to Dragon, nah, he was... No. I just heard a new record he put out. I saw some video that was floating on Facebook. He slaughtered that.
Yep.
To me, he actually nicer
better
than he was then, though.
He's nice.
I seen him twice because Prophet. One time is when Don Pope got up on stage and Saigon's people was getting ready to grab him and throw him off stage. Saigon was like, no, he good. And then Pope, look.
No, I sent him some beats a while ago, like a long time ago. I don't know. We were supposed to have some records up.
I don't even know if he's doing any music or anything. I think he's just working on him. I haven't really talked to him.
No, you gotta focus on him and take care of yourself.
But Saigon, I'm not gonna say I was bored with Saigon's performance, but it's kind of hard, like.
As you see THMG hopping around, backflips and fireworks coming out, whole crowds coming out, hopping. You know what I'm saying? Whole children getting shirts and stuff like. Yeah, I get it.
Jace jumping up and down with his tall ass.
Yo, me and Jace vertical when we perform Juice.
Yes.
Oh my God.
We should be playing for the Clippers. That's all I'm saying. But no, Jace told me yesterday how he had to turn his phone off last night. The LA Clippers kept calling him.
Doc Rivers, man.
Yeah, Doc Rivers. And I was like, Jay, don't worry about it. You know, they're just going to keep calling because we still balling too hard. March Madness, yo. Just pay attention to these jokes. March Madness, yo.
Frozen Harbor was just...
She was dope.
Yeah, it really was. Scar Akbar had coined this phrase. I told him he needed to trademark that shit. He said that Frozen Harbor is like a winter Woodstock.
Shout out to Scar Akbar, big brother. Shout out to you, man.
Right, he's another Renaissance man.
That's the GOAT, yeah.
Oh, I swear he just touched something and boom.
I saw what you had posted. It was like, man, see what he doing now. That shit is scary.
Yeah, it's creepy. Like he's getting better.
Crazy, man.
People should pay attention to that. That man on a mission. Like even when he says he's not, he want to chill.
Yo, I thought he had reached the pinnacle when he put out Jackpot.
What we got talking about?
Scar Akbar.
Oh, wow.
Shout out to the God, man.
You know what I mean? Like when he put out Jackpot, the mini movie.
The movie where he played the Joker.
That shit was crazy. I remember that was on Fox 45.
He got a joint called Side Effects, where it's like a double image of him, and he like chasing himself.
Yeah.
You want somebody to write a video treatment?
Shout out to Sal. Living single video coming soon. There's no me and him had a conversation. So he actually called me about that treatment, like when I sent him the Rough record before Christian Tyler was on. He was like, "Yo, I see the video." Coming soon.
But like, and you know what? And that's what I like to see as well. his interaction with you guys is
that's
you know what I mean. Now if it's when it comes to awards with graphic design, then that's when it becomes competition. But then after the award is over with, everything is cool. You know what I mean?
The same realm as all of us. The separate things that we do with scars in all of their lives. So and that just shows it says a lot about Baltimore guys as far as how we do business.
Right.
A lot of us know how to do a lot of stuff. We need to understand our power, know your worth. I'm gonna keep saying it. That's my, I always got a thing when I come around. Know your worth. So there's a lot of powerful people here that know how to do a lot of different things, and they know how to get it done. Mm-hmm. Once you figure out how great you are, watch how many amazing things happen for you.
Right.
So just focus on what you're good at. Just keep doing that, and figure out how to make money from it.
Yeah. Right, and that's like
monetize anything.
And that
you could have sold me this candy. I'm glad you didn't.
All right. How do you think? Well, like I said, I became the ringtone lady. I saw an advertisement on my show. For artists who got projects coming up.
We didn't talk about that.
Yeah.
Advertisement time.
I can only speak for my show, but eventually I want commercials on Hard Body Radio. Hard Body Radio is a 24-hour radio station. It plays music 24 hours.
It's crazy. It's never
right. It's never gonna work. So it plays music 24 hours.
It's like on MTV where they play music all day long. Terrible idea.
They don't do that shit no more.
They believe them. They believe what I said. Never gonna work.
But you always keep. So what's your ultimate goal? What's your ultimate goal in this music?
The same thing we do every day, Lisa.
Take over the world.
That's pretty much it.
Pinky in the brain.
You know how deep that saying is? I think I said that before, but just to break that down again. 2 mice. One of them had this idea that he could take over the world. Right. He wants to do that every single day. The's no other plan in the world. Same thing we do every day. Yeah. Try to take over the world. Try at least. You're going to fail, but try. Pinky in the brain is one of the most powerful things I've ever seen in my life. Take the joke out of it. Look, 2 mice feeling like same thing I'm going to do every day. I'm going to keep trying to take over the world. That's my end game. I want to be one of the best songwriters, producers. Everything, businessman, mobile, everything. The usual, the stuff that a person should want. Right. In this game, I want to cultivate some young careers, help out some young producers. It's a lot. I mean, we're already on that path. We sticking to the plan. As long as we do that, you'll see how it ends up with us. You'll see that compound somewhere out of Maryland, and that's ours. Whole compound.
TAGMG.
One-stop shop.
You just look downtown, you just see TAGMG, and then you see the World Trade Center.
Talent Aspires Greatness Media Group. And we dropped that music thing out of it a while ago. There's some other things in the works that we do that's coming. Like, I'm talking about cooking shows, workout stuff. Like, we got some stuff coming, man. Just as long as we keep having these dope ideas.
I can only imagine where the cooking comes in. And I'm looking at drag.
You feel me?
Go to Drag's IG.
A live studio audience.
If you wonder why I say that, go to Drag's IG and you'll know why.
Yo, if you can make your ideas realistic and doable, you can really pull that shit off. Like it's nothing, It's really nothing. It's not.
Them white Kit Kats get me every time. Somebody else posted up about these damn white Kit Kats. I was like, where the fuck she get them? She get them from Drag?
Like that again, and I don't know.
That just be happening.
I know how. Right. Oh, I slept and fell and cooked the whole 5-course meal. What happened?
Sweater Bay is on fire.
He'd be like, I'm hungry. And the next thing you know,
welcome, come on in.
It's delicious.
Wow.
Dragon. I be out so much dope stuff coming. Like, we're just really trying to hone in on our ideas. We really believe in, like, pursue your dreams, do what you want.
Right.
Just on the top.
School system and working with the kids, I feel like I'm on that path.
Almost like what Ty was doing there when he was working in the schools too.
And I got that inspiration from Ty.
Yeah.
And when I first started working in the schools, I was like trying to get advice from him. So by me, being 5 years in working in schools, I feel like I'm on that path. Just keep making that inspirational, dope music that make people want to feel better about themselves.
Right.
Lift themselves up better than putting themselves down. And I'm there.
Right.
It's
I think. I mean, like I said, like the music, the music that's playing, like you were talking about it earlier about the new cats that are out or whatever. Mm-hmm. I used to be the one of those people that be like, I don't like that shit. It's not hip hop, blah blah blah. Then one day I was stopped and I thought, and I said, you know what? Rock and roll was rock and roll, but they got different genres. Mm-hmm. Everybody, we've been putting hip hop in hip hop for so long, not realizing that there's different genres. Yeah. You know, I mean, we had gangster rap, you know, but it was still lumped in with just hip hop. You know, they just wanted everybody to be like, that's hip hop, that's hip hop. But now, like I said, this new stuff that's being played, I don't listen to it. Like, the only reason why I know who 6ix9ine is because he got his ass whipped at LAX and was on TMZ. I don't know who he is. Never heard his music. You know, these. Gummo joint is fire. Yeah. Yo, I call them the Skittles kids. Like they're the Skittles kids because they all look like rainbows.
Yeah. Balls. Stop sleeping on.
Skittles kids. They all look like rainbows.
Bars. That was real, like legit. That was legit.
Yeah, that was real.
You just said that in front of a bunch of artists.
Yeah. And you got to go with Mike Shining over there.
Right. But you know,
you got to go.
Oh yeah, I don't care. Like they try to make me use the pink mic, and I will switch the pink mic out every single time. Don't give me that pink mic. If it's red, okay, cool. But I'm not doing no pink shit. But I'm not that damn girly. But
not that. I don't like people playing on my phone.
That's being played now. I don't like it. It's not something that I like to listen to.
They all sound the same. They do. You know, that turn up is dead. Like the music now is more about the conveyed emotion. It's not about the words anymore.
It's not even really about the words anymore. It's about the fucking beat. Let's be honest.
Yep.
Producer.
I did the same sample.
Facts.
Yeah. Years ago.
Facts. Kill him.
See, why you got to bring in camera? Oh, speaking of that. So, what's your take on Joel's trying to get a gun in the TSA and then running?
He just got a close slipping. I'm pretty sure that's his bag he take with him every day, and he forgot that junk was in there.
But he ran.
He panicked.
But he ran.
Think about it, like, yo,
he did turn himself in.
That gun was dead, so he's just like, yo.
Because I know they're gonna come for.
Holding the end. Like, damn, I forgot to take the strap out. I'm pretty sure why that thing was on there.
Hell out of there. He said, I was like,
he made it out. That's the man.
Right. He's like, how the hell you get out the airport? I said, because he was faster than the officer.
Don't put a cab. Don't put a cab.
Jumped in the cab.
He dove in the cab head first. No, but
it'll shut the whole TSA off. It was crazy. Yo, shout out to Joel, yo. Yeah. You know what it is. Yeah. It's my old family. You already know.
Right.
Shout out to them.
But so who is like your all-time favorite artist? Like who is for this is like I usually ask the young ones this, and with the answers that they give me, it gives me an insight on their thoughts, and you know gives an insight to them. You know, you guys are older than some of the ones I've had in here.
Hove, Gucci, Juicy J. Who else? As far as favorite artists I rock with.
Right. Bless you.
Anybody in TAGMG?
How did I know that? How did I know he was gonna say that?
Everybody in there. For real, no, I love their music.
I done lost somebody and life goes on, comes on, and I done shed that tear. And I felt it, and it was just so weird.
Every time, yo. I can't take that song. Every time.
How do you want it? Like, California Love made me feel like I was in California. When I was right here in Florida. Yeah, so definitely Pop, I like to say.
What's up?
Right now, though, I ain't gonna lie. I'm fucking with Kendrick, J. Cole, Wale. A lot of people like he really be on his poet shit. Like Wale be on some shit though.
Right.
People really got like man. Definitely.
So who would y'all love to work with? Like industry wise, like dead or alive. Let's do that one. Dead or alive. Who would you like to work with? Like, who would you like to just get on?
We had this debate a few weeks ago. Right.
See, great minds think alike.
Dilla, of course. I'm still hurt.
Right.
I won't be able to work with him. I'm hurt by that. I'm still legit hurt by that.
Right.
I remember the
I just sound like we just dot mobbed it at a rap battle.
Don't sound that.
Right.
Of course, I definitely want to work with Hope.
Right.
I want to work with because I feel like
you're going to be cool with 50, y'all.
I know. I work with 50 first.
Yo, you know what? Do you know what? We were on our way down. I had went to go pick up Baltimore Big Steve, and we were on our. I think we was on our way. Or no, we was on our way down there, or on our way. I was on my way to take him back home or whatever. And he got on Snapchat talking about Ja Rule and was like, "Sorry, 50." It tagged 50 Cent in that shit. That's crazy though.
God saying.
You got to apologize 50 you bumping like Ja Rule.
Well, I'm not apologetic. I had a good time at that fucking show. I had a good time at that show. I got some awesome fucking pictures.
Yeah, those pictures was crazy.
So my portfolio is looking real nice. The Ja Rule show, right before the Frozen Harbor. What about you, Blizz? Who would you like to work with? I follow Bun on IG.
You know why?
Because he's from Port Arthur.
Is he from Texas?
Because he's from Port Arthur, Texas.
Hit the blue one.
Hit the blue one. Get it, drum.
Also, Ty Dolla $ign too. Ty Dolla $ign.
Oh yeah, shout out to Ty Dolla $ign.
Yeah.
His producer, D Milo, that's one of my favorite producers right now. People sleeping on Shorty. The one who do his intros with all the vocals in the background.
Oh yeah.
Shorty a problem.
Yeah, Ty Dolla
Oh,
$ign.
beast.
Yeah.
He's one of my favorite producers right now. Shout out to James Fauconroy. One of my favorite writers. The way I kind of write is based off all that cocaine 80s stuff that they do. I learned a lot this summer.
Shout out to James, man.
Yeah, he bad.
Yeah. I still listen to Ghost Lady. Ghost Lady is like one of my favorite projects.
Also, what's his name? Cyrus the Kid.
What was his name? Used to be Slim Duncan and Bricks Lord and all them. Yeah, that's him. Yeah, he's from Waka and all them. People don't even know that you're a singer there. He
be right.
He was with Brick Squad. He was one of them.
Oh, damn.
He was one of them. There was a battle rapper from New York. Battle rapper from New York. So all that singing stuff you hear.
Anybody that needs to know any trivia, hit up Street Scott.
Yeah, you know.
Right, I just found out. I didn't know that was my Brick Squad.
Ask me about Chicago. I'll tell you everything.
God.
Shout out to the show.
I know something like that.
Shout out to Chirac. Yo, I love this. I love their music.
Yeah.
I wish they could get it together, man. Somebody need to sign FBG Duck. I know y'all know what I'm talking about, but somebody need to sign that dude. You're on fire. Shout out to Chirac. I actually been in Chicago, so it's not like I'm pump faking too. I actually been around there a couple times. So shout out to the shop. They love B1 niggas, yo. They love us.
You know,
goddamn.
are you jealous?
You're jealous.
His name was Scarface.
No.
I was with the face bomb.
No, I was
listening to the Ghetto Boys.
No, but my camera lens filmed his damn video.
When you gonna go down there?
6 degrees of separation.
When you going to Texas?
I don't know. I don't know. Whenever Steve.
You must want to come back.
Right.
One of them Texas dudes.
No.
Where's Bun B?
He's married. He's been married for like 14, 15
and you
years.
know that. That's the funny thing. That you know that.
That's because he just posted up their anniversary the other day.
In the fact.
But I shot a video for Steve and Fatboy DZ. We were down there.
Because they got a lot of artwork from me.
Yeah.
Scotty, you know what I'm talking about.
But we shot right down there where Lil Flip was from, Cloverland.
Yeah, okay, nobody
right.
Came over was that wave, yo.
And then, like I said, then we went to New Orleans. Like Steve rides around there like he knows he's from there. And he was pointing out. We went past Baby's father's bar.
Oh, man.
Like it's named after his mother. It's called Gladys's, I think. And like he was like, get a picture of it. I was like, you gonna get me shot now? There's a white lady with this big ass camera. It's the feds, yo.
Off top.
I was
In
like,
the Philippines.
Yo, I was like,
He's a man too.
That's crazy. That's a crazy reference. Fucking nutball.
But
what's the Nori when I get home?
but I like going out. I like going out of town. I like going out of town, and I like seeing artists from out of town. I like when I was like we went the first time we went down to New Orleans. We were in Peach's record store, and she was having a listening party for an artist. And they had somebody there like this, internet radio, and they were interviewing some artists. And I'm listening because I want to hear what these artists have to say. And they're saying the same exact thing that Baltimore artists are saying about the support and everything. And so when I hear people say, "Oh, it's just Baltimore," and I was like, "No, it's not. It's everywhere."
We was more like Atlanta, no.
Right.
A lot of businesses are down in Atlanta, LA, and New York. Yes, it's going to crowd down there.
Right.
I walk around the corner and try to get signed real quick.
Right.
Me and Drag had to hit the road to go to the labels. Me and Drag and Dro had to hit the road to go to the labels.
Right.
There's nothing here. We gotta go to NY.
Right.
So people get it confused. No, we need to cultivate this market. We need to build an actual market.
Right.
That's all. We're good because people will buy the music. Don't get it messed up. I just helped a kid out recently. Shout out to Illa Soul. Dope kid. We had just made a post about check out our Spotify page, and Shorty hit me up and said, "Yo, how's everybody getting their stuff on Spotify?" Went straight in his DM, gave him all the information he ever needed.
See, and that's what I was talking about people holding information to themselves.
Right.
Because I knew,
I want you to eat.
Because
I saw that John too.
Back in the
artists, I don't know. I be selling them the shit like, yo, stop dropping shit on SoundCloud. That Piff, my mixtape. They be dropping like original songs and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I know some artists that got like 10 to 12 albums.
I mean,
great albums.
Right.
On SoundCloud, too. You ain't making no money.
Not at all.
Not off of that. I can tell you that right now. If you won't do it, I look at it this way.
And they be having mad views on SoundCloud.
Calculate
that, like, they don't pay a whole lot for streams, but get your money.
Get paid for it, like something you did in your room or wherever you went at for free or for a couple of $35. At least you made some profit back from it. Especially for the people that record at home. You literally was just in the crib and turned profit.
Yeah.
Give me the little $5, $10 now. And let me stack that up as opposed to 1,000 plays on SoundCloud.
Exoskeletons, #TAGMG, #GVNG.
Gang.
Yeah.
Shout out to XO. I had to like, why is she spelling it like that? Oh, yeah.
Right.
He spelling like that, yeah.
Gang.
Yeah.
Shout out to the gang, yo. Shout out to XO, yeah, man. You all right, yo. That's fine, man.
Right.
We don't come to the spot without mentioning XO at least once. Yo.
Well, you all came stop by here on his.
We got to.
Well, see, that goes, like I said, that goes to show you 6 degrees of separation in this.
You know the story, man. XO. I started it. That's one of my day ones. Like literal day ones.
Like and the first time me seeing him was on stage at Sonar.
That boy's crazy, yo.
At a Billy Live event.
Yo. That's my dog, yo. If I could tell you this, if I could tell you the good stories about XO.
Y'all didn't that day that they were here. Yeah. The guild was here. XO was sitting at the end. He had his gold mask on. There was somebody standing at the bus stop, looking over this way. He stands up and looks at him. And then later on proceeds to stand here in the window. Just stands here.
I'm over there terrified. That's Joe's cousin, of course, because everybody's Joe's cousin. Shout out to all of Joe's cousins.
Shout out to Brian Hoyt for always tuning in and reposting the YouTube link.
Hey Brian, what up, though?
He's one of the most supportive.
Tell them to go to TAGMGforlife.com.
There you go. You just told him.
There's a lot of shit. I'm trying to figure out how we can put video games on the website. So people on their phone, they can play like
that's coming. I need to highlight real quick. That's in the works.
I'm talking.
Yeah, you are. You giving too much out. You giving too much.
Too much of my guys out.
Yeah, right.
He's all jacked up. Mountain Dew.
You always said Mountain Dew.
Turn it up and then mellow it out with the Taylor Port.
Oh my God.
This is the most aggressively sexiest shit I've ever seen happen. He was like, yeah, I got you whiskey right here, but then we're going to slow it down with this I'm the singer. You brought wine the other day and I'm messing up. My man brought the wine. I'm fucking up. I'm sorry.
Mixtape.
Next interview, I'm just setting the mood while they talk. No, you go ahead. I'm sorry. Back row while you at the Sticker gang.
Killed it right there. Right?
Sticker gang. Yo, I love my team, yo. Our network is so dope, yo. For the ones, the newer guys that's with TAGMG, because we did make a few acquisitions. Shout out to Rico Hopes.
Hey, that's my brother.
Shout out to Smack Adams, the guy who produced my intro. So we got some people that's family. We got new family, and we're looking at new things. I'm looking for a female producer, honestly. I just wanted to sign one.
Right.
Real quick. Just get over this. So if y'all know a dope one, you'll holler at me and point in my direction. I want somebody
there's only one that comes to mind.
Oh, they out there.
I know, but there's only one that I know that comes to mind. She's the only one that I know.
I'm looking for the new kid that's hiding in the house.
That's like Naughty stopped doing hip hop beats probably a couple years ago.
I seen him on some R&B shit. He tagged me in.
Yeah, Jersey Sean. Yo, that boy can sing. Oh my goodness. But yeah, he stopped doing hip hop beats. He said because it just wasn't, you know.
Sounds being funny though. You can't really put too much music.
Shout out to Naughty, yo. He a Dorsey too, so he might be my cousin.
He might be. Hell, I might be your cousin. We don't know. We're gonna have to check this tree.
Might be related. Shout out to Pop, yo.
Damn, you never know.
G, yo, shout out to him, yo. Shout out to Joe's dad, yo. Shout out to Joe. He looks like he's 20 years old.
Yeah. I know.
He looks younger than all of us, yo. This is crazy, yo.
I seen the picture, right? And I was like, I think, what was it? It's something your sister posted up or whatever. So I'm looking, I was like, it's a picture of you, him, and your brother.
Right. Yeah.
And I was like, he don't look that damn old.
Right. Joe like he out there chaperoning his mom.
Right. I was like, yo.
Shout out to him, yo.
You see a picture of my mother, be like, oh, yeah, Lisa, that's your mama. You look just like her. That's like everybody says Cash looks like me. I don't think Cash looks like me.
I think so.
Yeah.
Everybody said the Tempe looks like me too. The baby, the newest one. Mm. I don't think she does. She look like just like her mother.
See more pictures. You ain't even out there trying to claim anything, yo. You ain't. You a rapper for real. You not trying to claim your own grandchildren. I don't know. They don't look like me. I don't know.
No, look. Everybody's like, she got your face, Lisa. I'm like, no, she don't. No, she don't. She look just like my daughter. And I don't think my daughter looks like me. She
I'll take you to Mario.
We are
I can tell you that right now.
You are the mother. You are the grandmother.
I'm going to Houston.
Oh man. I'm going to Magic City. See, what if you do decide to go to Houston? Go to Magic City, but that's not.
Usually when I go to Houston, it's to work. To take
Magic
pictures.
City's not work.
Not for me. Not unless they do it. Not unless Steve and DZ are doing something in Magic City. I'm taking pictures and recording videos.
Set that up though. You might need to work in
I mean, they do got some songs. They got a song. I saw it's a stripper song. They got a couple of them.
We got stripper songs. We got
Scrabble.
We got Scrabble. We got stripper song. Nigga Scrabble coming up. That's funny. Now I'm gonna sarcastically make that song. You know that, right?
Yo, I told y'all this is not an interview. We go crazy.
Never. TAGMGforlife.com. Shout out to Blizz and his dope ass first single. Fallen Angel. Fallen Angel. Oh yeah, shout out to Yeto, the whole Yeto mob.
Right.
It's the no family. You already know Yeto.
Yeto.
Smooth that.
I've known them for quite so many years.
Y'all heard Smack is like 6'8", yo.
He look like he tall.
6'8", son.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
We really gonna look like
yeah.
We was in New York.
See what I'm about to say.
Yeah. We was in New York together. We definitely was looking like the Portland Trailblazers. Yeah. We was the tallest people in New York. We literally were the tallest people up there. All of us. Everybody. Damn, we should have lied to him to say we was signed.
We walked in the Universal Records building, and we was at the security desk. And they was looking at it like, "Who the fuck is this?"
This ain't a talent agency. This a record label. Nah, yeah, we was definitely the tallest guys in the wild that day.
That's crazy though.
We had a ball out there though. Shout out
when I first started, me and Bomb, we used to go up to Brooklyn like once a month.
Brooklyn.
And I like as soon as I stepped foot out the either the bus or the car, however we got up there, it was like you could just feel the hip hop.
Yeah.
And like
it might have been somebody standing beside you rapping.
No. One trip we were riding and Bomb's pointing out, because Bomb's family was living up there. So he's pointing out, well, yeah, that's Marcy Garden, that's where this, that. I was like, oh, this is too fucking much to.
Because Facebook, when you scroll and just automatically play the shit, that shit wet.
Well, you can go into your settings and cut that shit out. But
You're looking at us like we're gonna jump in.
Everybody turn your head.
You look fast, you better run.
But one spot up there was called Sputnik. It was up in Bed-Stuy, and they were performing up there. We've been up there like twice, and this time it was this group of guys that was up there. They're called ABC Gang, and so they're up there performing and everything. And like they were awesome. Like the one little guy, he looked like he wasn't even old enough to be in the damn spot. He was just rapping. He was going off this, that,
Educational, I hope.
Yeah.
All educational raps, I hope.
Of course not.
ABC game.
No.
No? Okay.
Well, come to find out, the guy who was the head of of all the guys is Jam Master Jay's nephew.
Damn.
Okay.
And I still keep in contact with him.
That's what's up, man.
I told you I don't burn bridges.
Right.
I still keep in contact with him. Me, it was Bo, and it was another guy. I think it's C Hood. I still keep in contact with both of them.
Oh, side note, TAG note. The first time we all ever paid to go to the studio together, that was the same night Jam Master Jay died, right? Yeah.
Wow.
On our way back home, we heard it. So the first time we ever got together to go to the studio was a long ass time.
Wow.
That was the same night he died. So ran over, ran closing. Yeah.
That's the last time we went to somebody else.
Yeah, that was the last time. First and last time.
Was it a bad experience?
No.
Oh, okay.
We're just smart. We just saw his equipment and said, we can do that ourselves.
Shout out to, what's your name? Michael Capone.
Yeah, Mike.
Still awesome studio time.
You do owe us an hour.
We definitely paid for more than we did. But no,
20 years.
but that was the first and last time we went to somebody else's studio and paid for the studio.
Right. That's why I asked if you had a bad experience, because I've asked
I love the big studio. I love going to the big studio.
I've asked this question to other artists that go to studios and all, because I like I said, I've been to studios. I listen to conversations. People tell me things I don't ask.
Right.
There was a time when everybody was telling me who everybody was sleeping with. I didn't want to know, because now I'm at a show and I'm looking. I'm going, ooh,
yeah,
you did that with her? Ooh, no.
You don't hear that about TAG.
No.
We're nice, good guys out here.
We move different.
We're real quiet.
Right. Well, a few of y'all are married anyway, which you shouldn't be doing things like that. But anyway.
No hoes.
That was Mama Lisa came out. Just saying. Because because see, my thing is, for those who are not in a committed relationship or whatnot, you gotta watch out for the groupies. You gotta watch out for the crazy people. Even if you're married, you gotta watch out for the crazy people. No, yeah, I see. Yeah, I know.
Holes, the scallywags,
the bodies,
the sock pockets.
The same ones that I see post, they comment on people's posts, and I say, "You lying ass bitch."
Lord.
Yes. I have to go there with that.
No, we stay away from those, man. We don't do that.
Yeah, yes.
What I say though, Rocket Man, my team be snatching queens up. We treat them like they're divas because the last thing that we need is a hooker or a skeezer.
I think I have Rocket Man on my phone.
I want to say one thing.
Rocket Man is amazing.
Since we talking about this, TAGMG for life.
Keep plugging.
That's our website.
Number 4.
Yeah.
But see, I'm gonna go back to what I was going to say earlier. With you all saying, constantly plugging the website, where a lot of artists don't understand where you're going to make a lot of your money at, because like right now you put it online in streams, you're not really getting that much from those streams. Right. You're going to make your money from your merchandise, marketing, advertising.
Shout out to Jace God, Jace Cavion. He been cashing out on his Trap Baby Jesus shirt, and his album ain't out yet.
Jay selling mixtapes.
Street Scott sold more albums on the website than he did the streaming services. Shout out to them people that bought. Yeah,
right. But that's what
that's straight money.
And that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, we don't talk about that. We don't talk about that. THG doing numbers. We doing numbers though.
But you know, and that's what a lot of artists. That's what a lot of artists.
Tell you some numbers.
That's what a lot of these artists don't understand. That's where they're going to get their money from. Like we talked about before about people wanting deals. In this day, nobody should even want a deal because you can do distribution yourself.
Yeah.
That's the only thing you can offer THG at this point, distribution like on a major scale.
Right. That's and basically that's it, because everything else you're proving that you can do for yourself. But that also goes back to people not being knowledgeable of the business.
Right.
And me coming in back in 2006, 2007. When I used to come over here in 2000, when I used to come to Baltimore in 2000, I used to see these posters. And I talk about this all the time. And I was like, who the fuck is Ogun? It was Ogun.
I ain't gonna lie, I did too.
Right. But I seen these posters.
And I talked to cats one time. I'll take it.
That should be good.
But I seen these posters up. And then when I moved over here and it started getting into the hip hop scene, I started seeing these stickers up on York Road in Cold Spring. There were stickers on the gas pumps. And I was like, who the hell is Baltimore Ray? To this day, I still don't know who Baltimore Ray is. But I know his name. And then he had the posters up on Lock Raven on the poles.
That joint was good.
You know what I mean? So I used to tell people all the time, you got to market and advertise yourself. You got to market and advertise yourself.
Clayway posters. Clayway.
Yeah.
So when I got on the phone, Sonny Brown called me one day. And I'm talking to him. I was still living on Winchester. And I'm talking to him about this, that, and the third, blah, blah, blah.
Crazy, yeah.
So I'm talking to him. He was like, Lisa, you're a prophet. I was like, no, I'm not a prophet. What are you talking about? He was like, you know more about this business than you're letting on. I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. So I'm going to talk to him.
A person that knows more than they let no one would say.
So, you know, I'm talking to him and everything. I was like, look, I said, I went to school for general business, marketing, and advertising. Yeah. And everything like is a business. You're a business. You're a commodity. You got to market and advertise yourself because you want people to buy. Buy.
Amen.
You know what I mean? So it's not. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to understand that. But a lot of these other, like these young kids that are coming in, they don't know that business side. They just I can rap. I'm gonna rap. That's what I'm gonna do.
Just keep uploading.
Yeah, somebody gonna see it. I got
an album coming out today. I think I'm gonna drop my next one probably like 10 hours after that one.
Right.
But I'm working on my 10th album when I'm probably gonna drop.
And all the songs sound the same.
Yeah.
But you know someone who does that though? Bink. But Bink be frying on when they be dropping. Bink drop a project like every 3 months.
Oh God.
Big Bad. Shout out to my boy, yo.
Yeah. Big Trap phone out right now.
Yo, Big Trap phone. Oh yeah. Big Trap phone out right now. We out here. You got
little Trap phone.
Yeah, he done bossed up. Big Trap phone. Shout out to my little homie, yo. That's my bro, man.
But you know, that's like I said, that's why the shirts that you guys do, you know, the website, the website that you guys have, everything that you're doing is to generate not only recognition but to generate money, because at the end of the day, you want to get paid.
Absolutely.
At the end of the day, what it's about is building a budget. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You can't do that with your music. So it is other stuff you want to do as an artist. You want to be able to pay for your own tour. If you got to show out of town or something like that,
right?
You need them funds there. You know what I'm saying? Like we bought pictures that Lisa took.
Right.
Who you think paid for that? TAGMG.
Yeah,
because that came from the budget.
I went from my pocket. The company paid for that.
Street Sound Records. No, but yeah. So like, you know, like it's just establishing the budget, and that's the way a lot of artists, local artists, I'm not just gonna say in Baltimore, but period.
Right.
They lack not only the business, but they lack funds, and that's not their fault. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you gotta think and you gotta know how to hustle.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Because
hustle, it's more than just your music at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Because what's crazy is like a lot of people. What's crazy to me is that I guess I think that because I know the local artists, certain local artists, that I think everybody should know their local artists as well, and it's not the case. And I was humbled at the Tech 9 show. I was humbled very badly.
Really?
I was humbled. I was at the Tech 9 show.
I want to say one thing. I thought that candy was bubble gum. I tried to bite it like 5 times, pause. But
you fucked yourself up.
Yeah.
It was a fucking jawbreaker.
Yeah, it put in my jaw. I know it was bubble gum. I'm like,
Anybody
wait to get to that center.
anybody that knows Stars knows that he was on a 70 city tour with Tech 9. And when Tech was here, Tech brought out Stars. And I'm screaming and clapping my hands at the top of my lungs. And everybody else was like, who? I was like, damn. Wow. But what's funny is he's got a fan out in like Colorado that has his logo tattooed on her. That's, tattooed.
Can't wait to see the first tattoo.
Right. So, you know.
Like, girl, we go together now.
and I've always told people that once you get your fan base where you are, not everybody's going to like you, not everybody's going to love you. As long as you got that core fan base.
I could care less if they don't like us.
Right.
We know some people. We had one girl who yelled at me and said, I only missed like one show. I've been to every show, and I had to think about how many shows we did last year. And I was like, wow, I did see her at every show. Custom TAG hoodie that I don't even have.
Right.
All that. Like, I was like,
That's real. That's
I don't even have that. Damn.
Right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's love.
You know, so I had that humbling moment because you were talking about having the money. Somebody backed him to get on that tour. And because of that, he made that connection with Tech 9. Tech 9 called him on his birthday to wish him happy birthday. He's made those connections. I want that connection because I want to go to Strange Music and I want to just sit and learn from Travis O'Gwen. That's who I want to learn from.
Big dog, yeah.
I want to learn from him because there's certain things like I know that I can't tell you how I know them. I just know them. You know, with business. Right. There's so much that I can learn from him. You know, so like I said, this business, even though it's music and it's therapy, because that project is therapy.
Wow. Yes, very much so.
The songs that you put out, they're therapy.
Right.
One of
listeners are saying that your sound is going in and out.
On what? On what?
3 people told me that.
Oh, I have no idea.
Social draw.
On which one?
I guess you're live.
On the live?
Yeah.
Oh, I have no idea about that.
I don't know what to tell y'all.
I don't know what to tell y'all.
You can't hear me, man. Read my
I
lips.
should have put that in my post when I said that's the end to a sentence. You're like, oh, all right.
Right.
All right.
That's a period.
You can walk away and saying that. Or,
Right. All I can tell them is instead of watching it on the live, go to YouTube.
Put some subtitles on.
YouTube is right here.
Frank Lewis actually the last person that told me that.
Yeah.
Go to YouTube and watch it if the sound's dropping out.
Well, we're getting a new computer and everything, so we're getting a new computer, a new mixer. Yeah, we're upgrading. We upgrading. So.
A tablet.
It's French.
Made by Toshiba.
But yeah, like I said, I don't know that whole live thing. I don't know what it is.
You gonna play some more music? I see you gonna
because it's like 9 o'clock. It's 9:04.
Yeah, you might as well play some more of our jams. You can play his song one more time too. You might as well.
Definitely can play his song one more time.
Yo, TAG, we out here. You know when we show
Well,
up,
he sent me 3 songs.
Play
3 songs? Okay.
Oh yeah, play "Gorgeous Pretty Beautiful."
Okay.
Yeah, I want to hear what else you got.
All right.
Well,
So,
shit. All right.
it's Hard Body Radio. Your girl Lisa the Bone Paparazzi. Hard Body. Play some music before we get out of here.
Pepper Ann think that she too close to 7th grade.
Who you over there? Who that shit?
And I don't wanna waste your time.
That's Jay Sutler, yeah. Magic Bricks.
Yeah. And I will hold you.
No, pay for
Cause you're gorgeous, pretty, beautiful. Gorgeous, pretty, beautiful. Gorgeous, pretty, beautiful. Gorgeous, pretty, beautiful. You're gorgeous, pretty, beautiful. Gorgeous, pretty, beautiful. Gorgeous, pretty, beautiful. I am so into you. You be feeling so. With you, I am always full. Be without you is gonna leave a hole.
I forgot the word, don't worry. That's another single. That's what you're singing.
that's a BBK song.
The day without the thought of you. It still feels right.
Okay, you gonna chase one track? It's crazy, yo.
Production-wise?
Why?
Gorgeous, pretty, beautiful. And I'm so into you. She possessed a daily combos. Got me on my ready, set, go mode. We got the keys, so we hit it home. Put that G, not disturb flow on my phone. I ain't tripping, I'm just honoring your features. Your presence alone got me feeling I'm addicted to you. Yeah, and everything you represent. An angel from the sky, yeah, you represent. I'm so into you like an ocean. Let's put this thing in motion. This feeling very cool. Cause you're gorgeous, pretty, beautiful. You're into your cool. Feeling how I treat you. Yeah. Look smart, street smart, get a little freaky though. And she down the ride like a bully though. What you do? Got you feeling like you cook the holy though. OG, making memories so you know it's me. KID. No words can talk. No words can talk. No words can talk.
That's what I said. You gonna chase on the track? Oh, okay. That is good.
Yeah, that's a bang.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that. So let's see.
Yeah, that's hard.
All right.
That's got life, yo. That's what's up. Load up.
Job, bro.
Hey.
Woo! Something's coming. Not a psychic didn't think that things would switch. This is that is how I want you to be.
And St. Patrick's Day too.
I'm a grown man, don't know what to say. I just can't get my head.
Over the TV.
I don't care. Why we gotta play these games? I don't care. Things always gotta change. I don't care. If I'm lost, what's the way? Do I go, do I stay? Is it real, is it fake? I don't care.
Yo, kids were so bad.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't know. I don't care. Gotta be asking, but I still be alone. Things that the data was savage and carry their own. The guess to be real, but I'm judging everything. Attitude down to the mirror. Trust me, I got my reasons. How do you care? Okay, I wanna believe it. Sure. Am I What are you about? I'm just watching.
know you already seen the
IDK. Never play these games. IDK. Things on
that's my besides best friend, this my yeah.
This is what I think exactly. Guys like this song more than anything. IDK. I don't get on these.
IDK. IDK.
Grammy, yo.
Yo, this joint is
In my mind, I want you, but love's a big scary monster. It's scientific, but it's frightening. Well, I'm just being indecisive. Feel like it ain't for me. Can't do it, but I want it. All this pain made me cold, but I'm scared of being alone. Why we gotta play these games? IDK. Things all gotta change. IDK. Oh, what's the way? Do I go, do I stay? Is it real, is it fake? IDK. I don't know. Yeah. IDK. IDK.
yeah. That's crazy. It's best friend and IDO.
Yeah. Funny thing is, the order of the track of this, IDK was supposed to come on after Best Friend, but I didn't want to go for like emotional songs close to each other. So that's the only song that I broke the story for.
Hard Body Radio, your girl Lisa, the Bono Paparazzi. That song right there, I can relate to that.
Yeah, we go through those.
I can relate to that, and I can also relate to it because I can hear my friends saying that shit. I'm surprised.
That's all probably, yeah, that sounds just like
That's an easy answer for a dude.
I don't know. You about to get in trouble, Dro?
Oh, that song really is based off of human condition. Like, human
I know.
confusion. I said it's based off of that. We go through that human confusion, like we just don't know sometimes.
Well,
that could be a short thing, and you'll still have the human thought of, I don't know.
But in the one part in there that you said, something about not being alone.
All this pain made me cold, but being scared. But I'm scared of being lonely.
Yeah. And I can relate to that because when my husband died in 2005, that's how I was. I was like, I shut myself down. Right. I mean, I was dating, but I wasn't. Yeah. You know what I mean? Playing the game to play it. You feel right. I didn't want, somebody try to get a little bit too, too close. Too close.
We get close to that line now, and I'm just like, oh no.
And cause I tell people all the time, it make me sound bad all you want. I had a starting lineup. I had a starting five.
You wild tonight. Don't get around.
No, this is actually me. That's the part you don't know. No, I had to start like a starting lineup. I had a basketball team.
So you're wild, right? There's so many different situations I'm talking about.
Right.
I could have told a lot more of the story. Joe knows. I left some parts out.
Right.
Yeah. It's one. So I need you to write this song.
Well, let me know about that one. I met some interesting people, and I had some great experiences, and I just know how to convey those moments in the song.
And see, and that's funny. I
can't even hear this shit. Who was I thinking about?
but you putting that music out like that, it's giving us another, somebody else who can't express themselves like you. Yeah. Like I said, when Best Friend came on, I felt as though it was purposely put on. Yeah. Because right before that, it was Cutting Ties with I call him 6 Lack. It's Black, whatever his name is. Black. He's one of my favorite.
6 Lack.
Right. But I like his music. But I like his music.
Yeah, Black Goat.
I like his music.
She called him 6 Lack though.
No, that's because that's what somebody told me his name was. I was like, that's Black. His name is Black.
Black, and you look it up, and then you got to put the 6.
Right. So.
You type the word Black, I mean.
Right. So like that when that song was on when I walked in, and then Best Friend was put on purposely, and I was like, because I know how I am. I'm petty as hell. Don't believe me?
I don't know what Best Friend is. I get
petty. Right. All you gotta do,
Petty LaBelle, I get it.
Right. All you gotta do is ask her and she'll tell you. But I'm petty as hell.
I know you personally.
Right. So yeah, in real life. So that's why, like, when I listen to the whole project, you know, as a whole, and I'm just like, oh, this is telling me a story. It's like, even if you're putting yourself out there without putting yourself out there.
It's for the ones who know, they know.
Right.
You clearly know who Best Friend's about. I don't have to say it. It is what it is. You clearly know what that's about if you know me.
Right.
But it has to be able to. I want you to feel the same way though about some other situation.
Right. So, you know, so like I said, you putting this music out here so somebody else can play that for somebody, so they can
to put this out on. That'd be really brave.
True. Right.
For me, this is
because
I can't. Everyone, I'm like, I don't know. You know?
I can only imagine how many inbox messages. Is this song about me?
No. No. The ones who know, they know. Shout out to them. The ones who know, they know.
You know what I mean?
I date very well. When I'm in my dating season, I date nice, respectable women that know how to keep it quiet. We all
carry themselves.
We all fuck up everything.
How to conduct themselves.
Yeah, but for the most part.
Drag, do you see my face? Yeah, Dro see my face. What did you say? Okay, we go.
Cats don't cry and players fuck up. However,
that was a major fuck up.
Well.
Yeah.
I got way more albums like that. But no,
he got more albums he can write just on yeah.
But that album is like when I said earlier, that album's authentic. It's real life. That's me and a great friend of mine playing video games together. That's some retro video games, Super Nintendo. I can tell you that now because I'm not on the mic. That's some. That's really me and a person chilling. I just happen to record it. That's all that background laughing and playing. That's real life. Wow. That's real shit.
But that's like I said, like Baltimore, but like Baltimore Big Steve's music. I can relate to that when he calls them his chick songs.
Yeah.
His songs geared towards females. But the thing about it is I told him, I said, that's your therapy. And you're not realizing that your therapy is somebody else's therapy.
I can vouch. Every song that I recorded was based around the time I was going through. It's not like I wrote it later.
Right.
Those songs were in those moments of what I was dealing with at that time. He mainly can vouch because you were there for the whole album.
That's why it makes sense when he said IDK and Best Friend were supposed to be kind of back to back. IDK was like one of the earlier songs that he made.
Right. Right.
I went through this. Information. They know what's up.
My YouTube's getting ready to go down because my phone wasn't charging and now it's on 12%. Plus it's getting around that time. It's 9:19. I gotta go to Run the Mills. Your song, sir. Like I can't tell you how proud I am of the music that you're putting out now.
Appreciate it.
Like I've seen your evolution. I'm seeing your evolution. You know what I mean? I'm seeing your evolution. Like you were good.
Yeah.
And you're just going and going and going. I'm seeing
Appreciate it.
I don't know if it's because of the people that you're around. I don't know if it's because kid is influencing you, or because sometimes when you get around certain people, they build you up. You know what I mean? Because they're supportive of you. Not to say that nobody was supportive of you before, but I'm just saying that it's a different energy, different vibe.
It feels different.
Right. So that I'm loving this music that is now is different than the 1986 album. 1986?
Yeah, 1986.
Yeah, I didn't want to say it the wrong year, but 1986 album that you had.
Yeah.
Because the one song that pops out, that was what the Nintendo song was on.
Oh yeah, shouts out to Hello Rello.
Right.
Rello.
But like anybody that I've seen the evolution, even with U Street, I've seen you were fantastic. Like I said, that first song, that If You Ain't Happy.
Oh yeah,
that song. Yeah.
I remember you walking up like, I feel that hook. I remember you got real.
Yes.
That hook.
Right.
You feel like a dude real quick.
But that hook, like I said, watching, like that's what I want for everybody, because everybody needs to evolve.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just like they keep saying that hip hop, this new hip hop gotta evolve. I understand that. I'm sorry that I'm still stuck in the 90s and 2000s, early 2000s.
And time like to fuck you up, boy.
You know, I'm still
listen to these young boys because they convey on with the wave.
Right.
Dudes get lost in the sauce and you still missing 2000. 2000 gone, big.
Yeah.
You better get on with it. You better get with it.
Yeah. See, but
the sound even, bro, I put out Break Out like 3 years ago. It was an old sound, but it was still modern.
Yeah,
even like right now, like I really just like hip hop is just like I'm not even, like I said, I'm listening more to R&B stuff.
I don't know how I do that.
That's right. But like with me, like, but like me, like I just, like I'm so, I think I'm just like, cause I'm kind of burnt out on hip hop and on the scene right now. I'm really just burnt out. That's why like this album is refreshing to me. You know what I mean?
Dre album dropping next month.
Right.
Singing album.
Singing
album.
We follow right up. Me and Krista Tyler right back in formation.
We gotta come right back for Dre album.
We might do some food. Yo, what she said about the Fugees, give me an idea.
Oh, see.
That's all I'm gonna say.
So like I said, seeing the music that you guys are putting, you know, I'm seeing it because I've been there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. I've watched you grow. Like I said, I feel like I'm everybody's mother because I'm always older than everybody else anyway. I'm old enough to be half everybody's mother anyway. So
no, you're not.
Yes, I am.
I feel like something needs to be said because you put us in a position where we kind of got like, all right.
No, I am.
No, you're not.
No, yes, I am.
No, you're not. You go, girl. When your hair be done, you be fresh out. When you first get that hair done, you put it on the gram. I'm like, go ahead.
But you know, being able to watch everybody grow it makes me happy, and to see you guys evolve from doing shows at Sonar and being relatively, you know.
We rap for the janitor. We never forget that. We rap for the janitor.
We rap
for the 5 seasons. We rap last.
We always last.
We never forget that.
Always last.
Every show, everybody, we gave that janitor the best 15 minutes. Yeah, 15 minutes.
And Solomon, while he was counting his money.
Right.
So every show we out there now, our shows, front row, everybody screaming at us and all that stuff, and all I see is that janitor every time we perform. I never see the people.
Yo, because at Frozen Harbor, they sure did come up. I was like, where the fuck y'all come from? Where y'all come from?
Yeah, people come from out of town and stay in Baltimore. It's not from there.
Right.
Oh, it's lit. I love them. Shout out to them.
So yeah, most definitely, I'm super.
Jace the plug. Jace the plug.
Like I said, I'm really proud of both of you guys, and I can't wait to see this video. I can't wait for I can't wait for like what you got, because you told me you had new stuff going on, and I was like, oh okay, let's see what Blizz got going on. Then he gonna come in here and just like bam. I was like, okay.
I like them like that. They get me excited. I like them like, nah. This was going on right now. I like that. A lot of dudes don't have that. When you meet these dudes, our energy is too much for them.
Right.
That's why we just stay to ourselves. We all like that. Like, yeah, that's what you're doing. Okay, let's go. If you can't handle that shit, you're gonna drown in our system. You're gonna drown. We talk so much shit to each other, with each other. Plans,
nobody. So anybody talking shit to you, you don't give a fuck because
we don't hear it.
Yeah.
We don't hear it anyway. We ain't for that. We ain't not here for that. We about the positive. We get nothing but love. We want to keep it that way. Yeah. Love and money. Woo! Love and stones.
Love and stones.
So definitely we need to put a date for Jace to come back for an interview and Drag to come back for an interview and
you'll see us again.
Yeah, I already know.
We're not showing up alone.
I already know. Look, what's funny is at the old station, at the old building, in that little tiny ass room had like 8 motherfuckers in there. I get this big ass room and it's only 4 y'all.
But you never know though. We don't even know.
We rotate. It's gonna be a different crowd every time.
Right.
So next week.
Yeah.
I don't know what's set.
Right. I ain't know Drake was coming today.
But that was a conversation me and Drake had.
I kind of figured that because I seen his IG and he said something about mobbing out, and I was like, okay. That means he gonna grace me with his presence. He gonna grace me with his presence.
I like talking to people that from that point to now,
right?
Because the conversation is different. You know, like I rather do interviews with people that really know the history and not just.
I really like I said, I have Pennsylvania artists come down every month, and I don't know them, and it's interesting for me to talk to them because I get to know them. But when I get to talk to people that I do know, like it's like, you know, it's like old friends sitting here chit chatting. Remember that time we was at Sonar and you know,
you seen a lot of shit with us, yo. Both sides.
Yeah.
We been through some wild shit, been through some cool shit, everything. So.
Right. So, like I said, I can't wait for y'all to come back and drop some more stuff. And
spreading the word. We come. These waves not stopping. It's only March. It's only March. That's what makes it so messed up. It's only March, man. I hope y'all working. Last year we was nice, real nice and smiling. Now, yo, if you ain't caught up to what we doing right now, you probably hear a lot of stuff. For me, I know I'm gonna start talking. Because up to this point, though, because a lot of people try to deny us. They tried to ignore us last year, like they didn't see what we was doing. People I blatantly know was listening to us when certain situations popped up where our name should have been called. They made sure they ignored us. I didn't forget that. So now this year, because the focus was regular people. It was never about this scene. It was never about being friends with no one. It's never about that. We're all friends. We was gonna take this network and go get regular people, the everyday consumer. And Lord blessed be, we got it to happen. So
and I mean, that's at the end of the day, that's what it's about. Like I said, I don't have to be friends with everybody in this scene. I'm cordial. Hi, how you doing? Motherfuckers don't come to my house. I don't go to their house. We don't chill. We don't go to barbecues. We don't do all that stuff. There's a few people that I do on that level with. I might talk to.
Got co-host real quick. So look, this is what I say. That's where Baltimore, that's a setback right there. When this scene, they focus on this scene. Stop focusing on Baltimore.
Stop telling people about Baltimore that's from Baltimore. Jesus,
like we're telling the story to the people that already know the story. We need to go. We need to take this story and go elsewhere. You know what I'm saying? That's why our core fan base is out, Frederick.
And see, and a lot of people, and a lot of these artists won't even go down and do shows in DC. That's been my.
I'm trying to get to DC. I'm trying to get to.
Well, I'm gonna hook you up with. I'm gonna hook you up with 20.
South Dakota. I'm trying to get to. The people where people like 2 people live at. I'm trying to get everywhere. Like
you better go out West Virginia.
Little 20 hours. Who lives in South Dakota? But no, I mean, it like really got to stop focusing on just Baltimore. Like, you know. Because most of the people here is fucking rappers. You know
I told you. Don't stone.
Right.
Hit my mixtape. But no, like, I mean, it's like everybody focusing on impressing each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got, like you said, reach them regular people.
Right. And that's
really just enjoy
to me, that's always been the main thing. And that's what I was doing when I first come in the scene. While I'm making ringtones, I'm playing local artist music in my house.
On the next cell? On the church? Ringtones?
Yeah.
Dang! I was doing that too.
I was making like $400 or $500 a month.
Dang! I wasn't jamming like that. You the ringtone lady in the track.
Right.
Of course she caught in the market. What was going over there?
I used to live on Clifton Avenue, right there by Poplar Grove.
Yeah, I was right there on the corner of Baltimore, of Winchester and Poplar Grove.
You was in the trenches.
Now I just found out that my corner is indicted.
Winchester Apartments?
No, that was down the hill.
Oh, I was about to say.
Yeah, that was down.
Can't drive there without the strap.
The kids would come up and get their ringtones, and then like ones that disrespected me, that wanted to talk shit and all this other stuff, I wouldn't do ringtones no more. That dollar was not. I wasn't impressed with that dollar. So what they would do is they would get one of the homeboys to bring.
Pay for ringtones. I can download a song right now and make my ringtone.
But one boy always got smart with me and everything else. I was like, well, I'm not doing ringtones for him no more. I was like, Cashmere, don't take his phone. I'm not doing his fucking phone no more. So one day he came back, he apologized to me, Miss Lisa, I'm sorry, this, that, and the third. I was like, He was like, I went up to Mondawmin and got a ringtone, and it's just like the hook. And it's like, and it's only like 19 seconds because I was putting like, they be like, yo, Miss Lisa, can I get the hook in the first verse of Little Boosie? Da, 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 da.
Want the B-O-O?
And it's for $1. $1, you know what I mean? So, yeah, so, you know, to me, like I said, I was doing everything I could to get regular people who didn't know, because the first thing they would say was like, you talking about like Mully Man and Boss Man? I'm like, no, I'm not talking about the ones you hear on the radio. I'm talking about the ones that are out here doing, they're trying to get to that level of being recognized.
And go past it.
You know what I mean? So, you know, I was trying to do what I did, but then I realized I was going harder than the artist.
That's a double bar.
Shit. You gotta drop an EP or something.
That was man right there.
All right, but I gotta cut this because it's 9:31. I gotta get down.
That was the Stoners.
TAGMG.com.
It's mad cameras in here. I don't know what I'm looking at.
Everybody.
Shout out to everybody that's reviewing. Know the sound was a little messed up.
BBK.
So, Blizz, where can they find you?
Man, hit me up. I'm trying to get more followers, man. Blizzard86 on Instagram. Be more Blizz on Twitter.
He kept it stacked.
Yeah,
I lost YouTube.
Follow my man.
BBK coming soon. Shout out to TAGMG. That's family always. You already